Got aches and pains from those football games? Stop by Andy's Health Mart Pharmacy and see what we can do for you. Ask one of our pharmacists about the products that can get you back into game shape. Locally owned and conveniently located at 805 West Fayette. Andy's Health Mart Pharmacy, caring for you and about you.
Go, Mart, go! Go, Mart, go! Go, Mart!
97.9 XFM. Let's go to the sidelines for pregame information.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to John P. Allen Field at Paris High School for Apollo Conference action between the Paris Tigers and the Effingham Hearts. I'm Greg Sapp, Dustin White alongside. Kenna is back at the studios, keeping an eye on things. She'll be keeping us up to date on scores all through the evening. And, of course, Wayne's up top, and he's capturing all the video of tonight's ball game, and you can check that out online over the weekend at 979xfm.com and kjcountry.com for that matter. And, Dustin, the last time we're ever, as far as we can tell, going to come to Paris to play high school football.
Yeah, unless something pretty much unforeseen happens. We're not going to see these guys in conference action here for sure. The Tigers heading to the Little Illini Conference next year, and so Taylorville's going to come into the Apollo fold, and that'll be the new road trip to make. So the Hearts have one last chance to get a win here at John P. Allen Field, and it's something that they have done every time they've played here.
That's exactly right. In fact, I'm pretty sure in saying Paris has never defeated Effingham in football, in varsity football, and I think that's correct. I think I've done every game that Paris and Effingham have played through the years, and I don't ever remember a Paris victory in this. It's been close a few times. Paris has had leads in several games, but the Hearts have always prevailed. So you think that, and then you notice that it's homecoming here at Paris, and then you realize if we win, Effingham's 3-0 in the conference and definitely alive in the playoff hunt, as well as the conference championship hunt. And then you think, there's a lot riding on this game.
Absolutely. 3-3 after an 0-3 start is a great place to be. Obviously, you be on a 3-game winning streak, and it sets up what could be a colossal Apollo Conference matchup next week. If the Hearts could win, and if Mattoon wins its game tonight against Salem, a game that it probably should win, then you're talking about 2 3-0 Apollo Conference teams going up against each other. But that's all next week, and a lot has to happen on both ends before we can even really talk about those things as if they are sure things. The Hearts have to take care of some business here against a Paris team that gave up 70 points the last time it played.
And the Hearts will be playing without Cole Moran, their center this season. Cole went into the starting lineup last year when Jordan Tunn was injured. Now it's Cole that's been injured, and the word is from the doctor this afternoon. He went to Mattoon this afternoon, and we now know that it is a torn meniscus and then also a strained at least and maybe partially torn ACL. So there's surgery in the offing a couple of weeks from now, and that means he'll be out for the rest of the season, hopefully be able to come back strong his senior season next year. At least that's what we're hoping. So in the meantime, Tritt Rush is going to end up taking over at the center spot for the Hearts tonight, and that's a tough spot to step into, but the Hearts talked it over, in fact, with Dylan Wolf, the quarterback, and Dylan had a high level of comfort working with Tritt, and so I think we'll be all right.
It's an important position. I mean, there are very few guys on the field who touch the football on every offensive play, and that's one of them. So he's gonna have to step in, be sure-handed, and keep things going without a hitch. And if his quarterback feels good about it, then I feel good about it.
Exactly so. Our pregame sponsor is Wabash Tire and Auto Repair. After this, more to come on the pregame show. It's Effingham at Paris High School football. It's a football Friday night here on 97.9 XFM.
I'm really interested to hear how that Charleston Mount Zion game goes tonight, if we could get back to that. I mean, I think it's going to give us an idea of just how good Mount Zion is. Mount Zion obviously put a lot of points on the board last week, and they've beaten some teams, but it feels like Charleston.
That was their first win.
Was it?
That was Mount Zion's first win last week.
Okay, well, scratch that then. It seemed as if they had some at least competitive games. I mean, I'm really painting myself in the corner, but I just want to know what it is the Hearts are going to be going up against in week 8, and obviously they play a familiar opponent, and we'll find out a little bit about that. it'll just be interesting to see. And also, I think Charleston is a team that has the pieces in place to beat anybody, if things are going their way and they're playing well that night. So I'm real curious to see how that all turns out. And obviously that one, still has some conference implications left in it as well. So.
Yeah, we've seen Charleston, so we know what kind of ball club they are. We haven't seen Mount Zion. We'll find out in a couple of weeks about them. Again, Matt Toon, our guest next week at Effingham. Then we go to Mount Zion to finish the conference season and then wrap it up at Mahomet Seymour. So that's the schedule. We're ready for football. Good to have you with us on 97.9 XFM, WXEF in Effingham. And Paris will be kicking, and they've got their pink socks on tonight, so they must be celebrating Real Men Wear Pink here tonight. A low-line drive up the middle. It's fielded on the hop at the 15-yard line by the Hearts, and it's brought near to the near side and eventually out of bounds, and then a very late tackle, but there was already one flag, so I guess they figured that was enough. Tyler Myers returned that ball for Effingham, and he brought it out across the 30. And now let's see what the flag's about. You would suppose it's a hold, and it is, and it's on the Hearts. So they'll score it at the 30 and then bring it back. I'll make it the 28. Let me double check here, Dustin. From the 28, they'll mark off the 10 yards. So the kick was returned from the 10 to the 28, and then a 10-yard walk-off for the hold, and that's still put the Hearts at 1st and 10 at their 18-yard line. Again, Tritt Rush will be working at center for Effingham, his first start with the injury to Cole Moran, so we'll see how this combination works of Tritt Rush and Dylan Wolf. Dylan Wolf up under center to start this series and start the game. And he gives it to the deep back. And Zach Miller picks his way through traffic and gets out across the 20. Got about 3. He's taken down by Paris here on the near side of the field. You won't be able to hear any crowd noise where we're seated or where we're standing, frankly, tonight. So we'll do our best to make it noisy as we can. Got 3. Make it 2nd and 7 to the 21-yard line. Just underway here at John P. Allen Field in Paris, Illinois. Wolf's going to drop back to the shotgun here on 2nd and 7. Has Miller lined up alongside him. He's going to throw. Coming to the near side, it's Woltman, the intended receiver. It's off his hands, incomplete and out of bounds. Woltman was the intended receiver. Hit off one of Matt's hands and then headed out of bounds, so it's incomplete, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 7. Hearts with the ball at their own 21-yard line. Trent Barnhart checks in, and Marcus Robinson checks out here on offense for Effingham on this 3rd and 7. Let's see what the Hearts do here. Looks like Wolf's going to come up under center on 3rd down and along 6. Let's see if the Hearts can convert here. Send a man to the slot. Here's the pitch. Zach Miller going to the far side, and Paris did a good job of defending it, and they knock him down after a short gain. Might even have been a loss the way that all sorted out. Zach might not have gotten back to the 20-yard line. It is scored at the 19, a loss of 2, Dustin, and that'll bring up a 4th and 9, and the Hearts obviously will have to kick it away. So on 3 and out, that's how things start for Effingham, their first possession of the game. And that'll send Michael Carey out to punt. Michael has come by leaps and bounds over the course of the season. Soccer player who's also now helping out with football. And hopefully a good long snap. Nice snap by Rush. Carey takes his time, puts a foot into it, and it's going to come near midfield. In fact, does eventually fall into Paris territory. They'll mark it out of bounds, though, and it will be out of bounds at the Paris 49. So actually, pretty good punt, all things considered. Line of scrimmage was the Effingham 19 to the Paris 49. So a kick of 32 yards. So 1st and 10 for Paris. They are just shy of midfield, though, so that is something that the Hearts defense is going to have to address. Good to have you with us. Again, it's homecoming here at Paris, so we can anticipate a lengthy halftime show. And they're ready to rock as their quarterback, Riley Spencer, heads into action. That's a handoff, and the man still on his feet near the Effingham 45-yard line, so a decent gain on 1st down. It was carried by Paris's Hunter Morse, and he goes from the Paris 49 to the Effingham 46, so a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd and 5. Pretty good crowd here. Still room for you if you're on your way. from the shotgun here now on 2nd and 5. Here's the snap. They pitch to the back, and he's coming to the near side. That's Morris, and he is met head-on by Vasquez. He gets near the 40, but I don't think he got the first down. It's going to be very close, though. Hunter Morris, who's a big lad, came to the near side, and Vasquez, the little free safety, set him up. They're going to call time and bring the chains out. It's that close, and so we'll measure. The ball is just shy of Effingham's 40-yard line. And that's where they'll set it up and measure to see whether or not Paris has achieved this first down. Chain gang comes to the near side now. Looks like he might be short. But let's stretch out the chain. We'll know for sure. And yes, like about an inch. Nope, they say it is a first down. All right, he did get it. So he's just shy of Effingham's 40-yard line. So it was 2nd and 3rd and 5. We'll give him 5. Morris gets the 5 yards that he needed for the first down. And so Paris converts their first possession. So the Hearts were 3 and out. Paris converts their first time. Nose of the football just shy of Effingham's 40-yard line. So we're just underway on a warm Friday night here in Paris. There's a fake handoff. The quarterback keeps it, drives to the near side, gets in near Effingham's 35-yard line. They finally run him out of bounds over there. Woltman came up to help, along with a couple of other Hearts. Page was in there also. And it's to the 36, gain of exactly 5 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 5 after the gain by Hunter Morris. So 2nd and 5, ball's just shy of the 35-yard line. They keep getting it in 5-yard increments. They're going to do real well, Dustin.
Yeah.
Back to the shotgun now for the quarterback. There's the handoff. Morris goes to the far side this time, and the Hearts string it out, but he has the first down. He's taken down near Effingham's 27-yard line. Robinson got over there and helped on the tackle for Effingham, and also coming up to help with that tackle is Travis Durbin, and it is enough for a first down. So Morris advances the football to Effingham's 26-yard line, and that's enough for a first down. So from the 31 to the 26, I'm telling you, he's doing this in 5-yard increments. He makes it very easy for a statistician. Did you ask him to do this or something?
Well, obviously.
Here's the play, and nothing. Straight up the gut that time by Morris. He got across the 25, but that's about it. And the Hearts' big center of the line took care of that. Blaine Custer and friends stopped him. Evan Boggs is up there as well. It's to the 24, gain of 2, so that thwarts the 5-yard set of crack. So they have it 2nd and 8. Paris with the ball at Effingham's 24-yard line. Back to the shotgun now. There's the snap. There's the handoff to Morris. He's coming to the near side. Had an angle and got too close to the 20-yard line. So Morris has been on a roll. There's Custer coming up to help again. Call it the 21-yard line, Dustin. So a gain of 3. And that'll bring up 3rd and 4 or 5 yards. It seems they've alternated from the shotgun to up under center. See what Riley Spencer, the Paris quarterback, does this time. He's going to stay in the shotgun here on 3rd and about 4.5. There's the high snap. He's going to throw. Comes across the middle. It's complete, and it's to the 10 and even inside the 10-yard line. And that'll give Paris another first down, as that pass is complete to Jason Wilmoth. Jason Wilmoth, number 28, is the man who caught that pass, and it is complete to Effingham's 9-yard line. So from the 21, Dustin, to the 9, a gain of 12, and the new set of downs, and it's 1st and goal to go for Paris at Effingham's 9-yard line. They're going to stay in the shotgun. He's going to run this time. Now he has nowhere to go, and the Hearts snuff it out. Nice work by Effingham as they stayed home well. He's headed for the far side, came back to the middle, and Effingham did a good job of staying home. Billy Arndt was the first one to hit him for the Hearts with some help from from Blaine Custer, who I've mentioned a couple of times already. In fact, a 1-yard loss back to the 10. So a loss of 1, so it's 2nd and goal now at the 10. He headed to the left side, and there was no room, tried to cut back to the middle, and the Hearts stuffed it. Quarterback's going to stay in the shotgun here on 2nd and goal. Here's the handoff to Morris. He heads up the middle and gets near the 5, and the ball's loose. Or is he in? He got around one Hart defender. I thought the ball came loose, but he kept rolling. And is Morris in? He is not in. It's third down and goal. He got near the goal line. I apologize. I saw hands go up. I thought the ball was fumbled. Then somebody signaled touchdown, and it was neither. But he got it to the 1, and it's third and goal, so a gain of 9, Dustin, to the 1. And it's third and goal as Morris gained 9 there. And it's first and goal just shy of the goal line. 6:19 to go here in the opening quarter, and Paris just about to cash in unless the Hearts can come up with a big goal line stance here. Spencer up under center. There's the handoff to Morris, and Morris is in for the touchdown. So Morris took it in from less than a yard out, and Paris has drawn first blood here. They take a 6-0 lead on the Hearts. The score comes with 6:08 to go in the opening quarter. So 6-0 Tigers as the Hearts were 3 and out their first possession. Paris takes it down the field and scores. So 6-0 Tigers out of the gate, and now they'll kick for 1. Zach Lucan is the kicker for the Tigers. From a good snap and a good placement, the kick is up and the kick is good, and Paris extends their lead. 6:08 to go, opening quarter of football at Paris. It's Paris 7, Effingham nothing. Back with a kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Go, Hearts, go!
Got aches and pains from those football games? Stop by Andy's Health Mart Pharmacy and see what we can do for you. Ask one of our pharmacists about the products that can get you back into game shape. Locally owned and conveniently located at 805 West Fayette. Andy's Health Mart Pharmacy, caring for you and about you.
Go, Hearts, go! Go, Hearts, go! Go, Hearts, go!
By the 1-yard touchdown run for Paris. And the Hearts may take the kickoff back well upfield. Tyler Myers took it across midfield on the return, and they'll mark it at the Paris 49-yard line. So great return by Tyler Myers, and boy, that's exactly what you need after Paris scores.
He took that one at the 10-yard line, too, so a big return. That's a 41-yard return for Tyler Myers.
That is excellent. So they end up in Paris territory to start this drive, and that's some mighty good news for the Hearts as they are coming off that score by Morris on the 1-yard run for Paris just a moment ago. Dylan Wolf up under center here on 1st and 10 from the Paris 49. He gives it to the up back. That's Barnhart. Trent's loose, and he gets it near the 30-yard line before they take him down. Boy, that was just nice blocking by the line. Nice hole. Trent hit it well. So from Paris's 49, he is inside Paris's 35. They'll score it at the 32-yard line. So a gain of 17 yards for Trent Barnhart. I believe that's his biggest carry from center so far this season. So a new set of downs for the Hearts at the 32 of Paris. And here's one up the middle that didn't amount to too much. Just gives them another something to think about. Billy Arndt carried that time for Effingham. And the ball is inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 27-yard line, so it's better than I thought. It ended up being a 5-yard gain for Billy. And that'll make it 2nd and 5 for the Hearts. And they're starting to move now. 3 and out their first possession, Dustin, but a couple of changes and things are starting to roll.
Yeah, already looking quite a bit better. Just got to have steam build up.
Wolf under center. Here's the handoff to the deep back, Zach Miller. Boy, he hit the seam. He's still trying to drive, and he gets it inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line. Very close to a Hearts first down. The sideline official marks it at the 24-yard line. So a gain of 3. And that'll make it 3rd down and 1. So here is a big early in the game play for Effingham. 3rd and 1 at Paris's 24-yard line. Dylan Wolf up under center. There's the snap. Gives it to the deep back, Zach Miller. He's got a good hole. He's loose. 5. Touchdown, Effingham. Zach Miller, what great blocking up front. Zach did a great job of following that blocking, and he takes it to the house. A 24-yard touchdown run. Paris's lead is now 7-6 as Miller scores the touchdown. And now the Hearts will try to convert and either tie or take the lead. Making sure Megan McDonald gets good pictures for the team here, too. And she's a nice girl, so nice lady. I guess you're a lady now, right? Not girl anymore, right? So she's here to make sure Michael Carey makes this extra point kick. It is up. Boy, it's a line drive, and he hammered it through, and the Hearts tie the game. 7-7 our score. The score comes, by the way, with 4:27 to go in the first quarter, so Hearts go right back at you. It's a 7-7 game, back with a kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
See what's new today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, like the all-new 2014 Silverado. With more room, more power, simply more truck than the competition. Or the all-new Impala with its stylish exterior and roomy interior, plus over 30 miles per gallon. Test drive them today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, online at danheck.com.
If your opponent has to score on you, coming right back and scoring your next possession is the best comeuppance. 4 plays, 49 yards, took a minute 41, highlighted by Zach Miller's 24-yard touchdown run. Michael Carey's kick was good, and we're tied at 7. Here's a booming kickoff, fielded inside the 5. They do pick it up after some problems, and down he goes. Wow, the Hearts are going to pin Paris back inside their 15-yard line. The ball hit about the 5. The Paris return man had a little trouble picking it up initially, and that allowed the Hearts to get down there in good shape and make the stop. And as a result, Paris is going to start this drive on their 14-yard line. 7-7 game as each squad has scored their last possession. Now the Hearts will see what they can do about playing some defense here. 1st and 10 for Paris at their 14-yard line. Quarterback Riley Spencer will start from the shotgun here for the Tigers. There's the snap. Here's the handoff. It's Morris again going to the far side. Sees a nice hole. Boy, heck of a play by Kai Harmon coming up to make the solo stop. But Morris takes it out near the 30-yard line before Kai came clear across the field to make that tackle. And it's a first down for Paris. Morris is just steady, and they've sent him to every side of the field and up the gut. And he's been very effective. It's to the 29, Dustin, pardon me, a gain of 15 yards and a first down for Paris. 1st and 10 at their 29-yard line. Spencer stays in the shotgun. They move a man now at the line of scrimmage. One of their backs is ready now, moved over to that right slot. Here's the handoff to Morrison. The Hearts were waiting, and boy, they take him down big time. Might have even been a loss on that play. I see Page in there. I see Travis Durbin. Woltman came in to help. A lot of people on that stop, and Morris is stopped at the 27. In fact, there is a loss of 2, I'm going to call it, from the 29 to the 27, and that'll bring up 2nd and 12 for Paris. So they sent Morris up the gut that time, and the Hearts were able to defend that. Again from the shotgun, Spencer, good snap. He's back to throw. Fakes, now throws off the wrong foot. It is complete, and he gets by some Hearts defenders. In fact, ran right by some Hearts defenders. Travis Durbin makes the stop, but not before he's out near the 40-yard line, 45-yard line. And it's another first down for Paris as that pass completion to Audie Temples. And there have been Temples playing here at Paris as long as I can remember. And it's complete from the 27 to the 43-yard line, a 16-yard pass completion. And that'll bring up a new set of downs for Paris. Well, looked like the Hearts might have had him slowed, and nice little pass play through the middle, and good run after the catch by Paris. Temple stays in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Ball just shy of the 44-yard line. He fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it, and the Hearts stay home. Peyton Bushu, first man to get him there for Effingham, and might have been a loss or at least no gain. Good work by Bushu. Brandon Loy came up to help for Effingham, and maybe no gain. 43 to the 44. I'll be generous, give him 1. Nice work by the Hearts staying home that time. So the Hearts are adjusting. You can see they're adjusting on defense. That last series, Paris pretty much uncontained. Hearts are making it more difficult this time. So now it's 2nd and basically 10 at Paris's own 44-yard line. Here's the pitch after the handoff, and he is quickly taken down. Nice work by the Hearts, and again, no gain it looks like, as that again was Hunter Morris. And the Hearts do a good job of containing him. Billy Hart is there again for Effingham, and they'll score that back at the 43. It's a large yard loss, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11. So the Hearts reacting much better on Morris now, Dustin.
Yes, they have. They've gotten to him the last couple times he's run. He's been taken down for a loss after basically putting together pretty good gains every time he touched the football early on.
So Spencer will stay in the shotgun here for Paris on 3rd and 11. They might have had a guy jump a little quick, but no flag. Here's the throw, and it is incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down. They had a man over here on the near side. Intended receiver for Paris was Logan McDaniel, but he dove as far as he could, and the pass was just too wide. It comes up incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down. Clock stops with 1:24 to go in the opening quarter in this 7-7 football game.
Just led his man too far towards the sideline there. Not a lot of receivers are going to be able to go get a ball like that.
Again, we're in a position here in the Paris press box where we have no outside noise, and I think we could grow African violets in here tonight. I'm not sure. Here's the snap. Punt from about the 30 up the middle, not too deep, but it got by the Hearts return man, and now it's going to go down near the goal line. Holy cow, the Hearts are going to be in miserable field position. I don't know whether somebody thought the other guy was going to get it, but when they weren't sure they could get it, nobody fielded it, and it ends up at the 3 or 4 yard line. They'll call it the 4 yard line. So that punt from Paris's 43 to Effingham's 4, so 53-yard punt. 53-yard punt, and the Hearts are in awful field position. 1st and 10 to start this drive at their 4, but they did force the punt, and of course that's the bottom line. So 1st and 10, this will start with 1:12 to go in the first quarter. 7-7 game, Effingham and Paris here at Paris, our very last trip ever to Paris for football. Wolf up under center. There's the handoff, and he's loose, and the Hearts may score again. It's Zach Miller. Somebody may catch him, but I can't imagine who it would be. It's a foot race. He's to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Effingham. Zach Miller just went 96 yards for a touchdown, and the Hearts take a 13-7 lead. The score comes with 57 seconds left in the first quarter. You quickly check, no flags, and that is a 96-yard touchdown run. Or is there a penalty? There's a flag back at the start of about the 35-yard line, but the penalty is on Paris.
Yeah, I don't know if it maybe just fell out of a pocket even. He just...
Sideline warning. Okay. Somebody got a little too pumped up on that. It'll happen. All right, so all's well, and it does end well. And it is touchdown Effingham, and they lead at 13-7. Michael Carey again into kick from Dylan Wolf's hold here. Good snap. There's the placement. I hear a whistle, though, and they pulled the football back. That's like Lucy and Charlie Brown there. Wolf pulled the football back, and it is offside, and it's on Paris. So now the Hearts may think about going for 2 here, because that'll be half the distance. And let's see what the Hearts do. It looks like, nope, they're going to stay and kick. Just move the tee up a little closer. So it's really a chip shot now. Again, Dylan Wolf to hold. Michael Carey's kick. As the Hearts have taken the lead here, 13-7. There's the placement. The kick is up, and it's plenty deep, and it is good. And old Michael's on a roll now. 14-7 Effingham. Hearts take the lead with 57 seconds left in the first quarter. Back with a kickoff in a minute here at Paris on 97.9 XFM.
See what's new today at Dan Heck Toyota in Effingham, like the restyled RAV4, now with more room, comfort, and better fuel economy. Or the luxurious Avalon, with living room comfort for 5 and over 40 miles per gallon. Test drive them today at Dan Heck Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham, or danheck.com online.
Up here in the press box, the Hearts will never win time of possession in a game because it never takes them very long to score. One play, 96 yards, took 15 seconds. Zach Miller took it 96 yards for the score. The kick by Carey is good, and it's 14-7 Effingham. Here's the kickoff, and Paris ends up with a nice return out near the 40-yard line. So the Tigers are again going to have good field position to start this drive. A lot of heroes out there on the tackle for Effingham. Give credit where credit's due. I saw Nathan Case out there. I saw Trent Barnhart getting to play some special teams defense there for Effingham, and they were among those on the scene as far as the stop there. And so Paris will set it up 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line. 1st and 10 at their 39. Still 49 seconds to go in this first quarter. I thought we might be out of the first quarter by now, and we've had 2 scores since then. From the shotgun again, Paris will run it. They hand the ball to Morris, and he goes to the far side. And he turns it up out across the 40 to about the 43-yard line. Morris on the carry. Marcus Robinson comes over to make the stop for Effingham. They'll call it the 42-yard line. So from the 39 to the 42, a gain of 3, and it's 2nd and 7. And should be able to get one more play in here before the quarter break. 14-7 Effingham. Hearts went 3 and out their first possession, but have scored their last 2 possessions, and they're in front here at Paris. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff. It's a pass instead, and it's complete out near the Effingham 45-yard line. He faked and then threw it, and it was complete to Denver Brewer. Denver Brewer, the Tiger player who made that catch to the Effingham 45-yard line. So from Paris's 42 to the Effingham 45, a gain of 13 yards, and that brings up a new set of downs for Paris, and that was the final play of the first quarter. The horn's going to sound. 1 quarter in the books here. Homecoming at Paris. So far it's been homecoming for Effingham. They lead at 14-7. Second quarter on the way in a minute here on 97.9 XFM.
When time counts, count on Federated. Next time your car's in the shop, it's likely the parts will come from Blank & Ship Auto Parts, and they'll come for less. Tell your shop you want Blank & Ship, a proud sponsor of Hearts football. Go Hearts!
Our ever vigilant athletic director and activity director Dave Woltman tells me that Effingham, we had told you Effingham's girls finished 3rd in the Apollo Conference Girls Golf Tournament today. Effingham's boys won the Apollo Conference Golf Tournament, and we understand Jake Linders fired a 74, hello, and Jackson Wendling was 3rd with a 76, and this team, which has hardly any seniors at all, are just scoring great. So congratulations to Jeff Schaefer and the Hearts. They won the Apollo Conference Golf Tournament. Meanwhile, a big breakthrough here for Paris to start this second quarter, and a big gain to the Effingham 25-yard line as the handoff went to Denver Brewer. He's the one that made the nice pass reception that last Paris drive, and he takes it from the 44-yard line to Effingham's 25-yard line. That's a 19-yard gain. And it's 1st and 10 for Paris. So both these teams not having too much trouble moving the football, Dustin.
Yeah, that's 76 rushing yards on 15 plays for Paris. So they're really doing a pretty good job in the running game.
Riley Brewer goes up under center this time. Here's the pitch to the same man, and he gets it near the 20. That's Denver Brewer again. And the tackle made. Peyton Bushu's over there again. Among them, Tyler Myers came up to help on that stop. From the 25 to the 21, Dustin, a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. 14-7 Effingham. And after 3 and out for the Hearts to start the game, it's been a lot more offense. Here's the pitch, bringing it to Morris to the near side. He gets it to about the 15, but there is a flag on the play. Let's see what that's about. So Brewer came to the near side, got near the 15. Billy Arndt among them on the stop, and the penalty is going to be against Paris. So that'll come back, and that's a break for the Hearts as Paris was inside the 20-yard line there. The Hearts, the play was 2nd down, so obviously the Hearts will take this one and push the Tigers back.
First penalty of the evening.
And the walk-off will finally bring the football back to the... They're still wandering. Need that song, The Happy Wanderer. It ends up at the 26. It was kind of multiple choice. You pick where they're going to put it down. They finally chose the 26-yard line. So from the 21 to the 26, it ended up being a 5-yard walk-off. So that must have been from the point of the infraction. So back to the 26, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11 situation here. Back to the shotgun. They're going to bring the quarterback. He gets away from one Hearts defender, gets away from another one, but they did run him out of bounds after a gain maybe of 4 or 5 yards.
You kept thinking that Spencer might be able to cut to the outside and finally get some running room, but every time he took another step towards the sideline, another Effingham defender came flying at him.
Matt Woltman ended up being the player that ran him out of bounds. He advances it to the 23, a gain of 3, and it's 3rd and 7 now. So 3rd and 7, that penalty certainly hurt the Tigers. But again, they're still knocking on the door at Effingham's 23-yard line here. 14-7 Hearts were in the second quarter at Paris. Back to the shotgun, Riley Spencer. He's coming to the near side. He'd like to throw. The Hearts are after him. There is the throw, and it comes up short. He tried to pluck it off the blades of grass, but I think they'll rule that incomplete. Yes. They did.
He did. He short hopped the catch just a little bit. Very close.
Although we saw in Major League Baseball that they sometimes don't catch that.
Well, you know.
Did you see that trap the other day and they called it a hit? Well, called it a catch? That was crazy.
We'll have better replays next year, and that kind of thing won't happen as much.
So the pass does fall incomplete, and that'll bring up a 4th and 7. Obviously, Paris is going to go for it here. They're inside the Hearts' 25-yard line, so let's see what happens here. 4th and 7 at Effingham's 23. They'll leave Spencer in the shotgun. Here he's back to throw. Here come the Hearts. It's a screen, and it goes incomplete. They tried to set up the screen. They sucked the Hearts in as they blitzed, and then they tried to go across those impending rushers and tried to toss it, but it's off the hands of Audie Temple's incomplete. And that'll be a new set of downs as the ball will go over to Effingham on downs here, as it's 1st and 10 for Effingham at Paris's 23 with 10:27 to go in the second quarter. So they bent, but they didn't break it.
Yeah, good stand up right there by the defense. Now, go ahead and run some more time off the clock, put another score on the board, and start taking control of this football game. That's what I want to see.
Again, it is Paris's homecoming night, so you can anticipate an extended halftime show. Wolf from up under center, handoff Zach Miller again, still on his feet. Boy, he got clobbered. He was tackled low and then got clobbered by a man, came over the top, but still a gain for Zach to the 28. So from the 23 to the 28, a gain of 5, and it's 2nd and 5. Next week is senior night. Hearts home to the Mattoon Green Wave. Senior night, plus it's Real Men Wear Pink night, so it's going to be a very significant evening next Friday night at Klosterman Field. Hope to see you there. Kickoff at 7 o'clock. Wolf stays up under center on 2nd and 7. Gave it to the up back. That should be Trent Barnhart, and he's out across the 35-yard line. As Trent got it out across the 35, and that is good enough for a Hearts first down to the 36-yard line. So from the 28 to the 36, an 8-yard gain. This is going to be Trent's biggest game of the year as far as yardage.
It may be already. I mean, he doesn't typically get more than a handful of touches, and with a 17-yard and 8-yard carry already, he's sitting in good shape.
So first down with the ball at the 36-yard line. Here's the handoff to Zach Miller. He finds a seam. He's loose again. Now he is stopped by one man in the secondary. He does get it near midfield, though, before they finally take him down, and it's enough for another Hearts first down. Zach Miller advances the football to the 49-yard line. So from the 36 to the 49, it's a gain of 13 yards, and it is a new set of downs for the Hearts as they see Zach Miller explode tonight. He had a 100-yard rushing game a couple of weeks ago, and then was just over 100. He's already well over 100 tonight. That 96-yard touchdown run certainly helps there. So to the 49, a gain of 13. Wolf's going to throw. Zach, the old left-hander, hits his man, Billy Arndt. He's inside the 40, the 35, near the 30 before they run him out of bounds, and it'll be another Effingham first down. Nice throw as it ends up from the 49. The pass is complete from Dylan Wolf to Billy Arndt, and they haven't had a chance to throw out of the backfield to Billy very much this year. He gets it inside the 30-yard line, as it turns out. It is to the 27, so from the Paris 49 to the Effingham, from the Effingham 49 to the Paris 27. That would be a gain of 24 yards, and a new set of downs here for Effingham as they get it inside Paris's 30-yard line. Here's the handoff. Zach Miller goes to the far side, spun off a defender. There's a flag. He gets near the 20, but let's see if this one's going to come back. It is a hold on Effingham. Hearts have been pretty much unblemished as far as penalties so far tonight.
That's true. That's their first flag of the game against the Hearts, and comes kind of a tough time deep in Paris territory, but on first down, luckily they'll have plenty of chances to come back from it.
Yep, line of scrimmage was the 27. The flag is thrown at about the line of scrimmage. 10-yard walk-off for the hold, or is it block in the back, I guess? Yeah. So anyway, it's a penalty on the Hearts, and that'll shove them back 10. So they'll mark it at the 37-yard line. So from the 27 back to the 37, and now it'll be first down, but a whole bunch. About 21 or 2 yards now, first and 20 officially. Wolf's going to be up under center here on first and a whole bunch. Here's the handoff to the up back. That's Barnhart. Trent's loose. He's near the 20-yard line before they finally take him down. Boy, great open, quick opener. That's all it is. And Trent's hitting the hole tonight.
Yeah, we've seen Effingham have a lot of luck with those kind of running plays in past years, and it's nice to see them come out and get something done there. It looks like they're going to spot that, at the
21-yard line, so a gain of 16 yards. And the new set of downs for the Hearts. Wolf stays up under center. There's the deep back. Zach Miller got away from one defender, still on his feet. He's loose. He goes to the far side, now cuts back. He's still on his feet, and he gets in for the touchdown. Touchdown Effingham on a sensational run by Zach Miller. Went to his left, went to his right, cut back up the middle, took it in for the score. A gain of 21 yards and a touchdown, and the Hearts have extended their lead now to 20-7. The score comes with 8:03 to go in the second quarter. That was a beautiful broken field run by Zach Miller. Nice job of following his blocking. Couple of different cuts and shifts, and he took it to the house. So the Hearts will try to kick again. Michael Carey, 2 for 2 so far tonight on extra point tries from Wolf's hold. And again, Trent Rush, now the center, is snapping. The kick is up, and the kick looks good, and it is good. 21-7 Effingham. The score comes with 8:03 to go in the second quarter. Back with a kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
When time counts, count on Federated. Next time your car's in the shop, it's likely the parts will come from Blank & Ship Auto Parts. And they'll come for less. Tell your shop you want Blank & Ship, a proud sponsor of Hearts football. Go Hearts!
6 plays, 77 yards. It took a whole 2:24 off the clock, highlighted by Zach Miller's beautiful 21-yard run. Michael Carey is 3 for 3 on extra points, and the Hearts lead at 21-7. Here is the kickoff, and it's a high, booming kick, and it's taken in the end zone. The man was going to try and return it, but he ended up in the end zone, and it's a touchback, and it'll be first and 10 for Paris at their 20-yard line. You take it for granted in the NFL anymore that it's going to go into the end zone, but I'll tell you what, high school, that's something to see, and Michael's starting to make that happen on a regular basis.
Yeah, he chased the receiver, the kick returner, back all the way to the point where he just kind of, he didn't step all the way into the end zone, but he definitely crossed over the line, and the Tigers will have to start at their own 20.
By the way, get out and see Michael play some soccer. That Coach Widges has that soccer team playing some mighty good soccer, so get out and see them first chance you get. The season's coming to an end quickly. Paris going to work from the shotgun here. They come on the near side with Morris, and he gets away from a couple, but he does get it out across the 25-yard line. As Noah Hagan came up to help, there's Travis Durbin again. Durbin helped out by Marcus Robinson, too. Call it the 27-yard line, a gain of 7. It'll be second and 3. So Hunter Morris, strong kid, got 7, and it's second and 3 for the Tigers. But Effingham leads at 21-7 now. We're about halfway through this second quarter. They're going to stay in the shotgun. There's the snap, going to throw. To the far side, it is incomplete. Hearts defender Voltman got there pretty quick, but the pass ended up incomplete and maybe unreceivable. Anyway, it came up incomplete, stops the clock, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 3 with 7:21 to go in the second quarter. You think that's true?
I think that is going to be a pretty tough play for the receiver. I think you're absolutely right.
So 3rd and 3, Paris at their 27-yard line. They're going to stay in the shotgun. Here's the handoff, this time to Morris, and the Hearts take him down. Nice solo stop. Is that Blaine Custer again? Man, he's having a good first half. Blaine Custer got a piece of Morris and took him down. And in fact, there might have been a loss on that play. And it is at the 25, a loss of 2. Boy, what a heady play on third down by Blaine Custer, and that's going to force Paris to punt it away here. Paris scored their first possession, but the Hearts have kept them in check so far since then. So Paris back to kick, and the Hearts could end up with some really good field position here. Good snap, a lot of time, kicks up, but it's high and not deep, and this could be great field position for the Hearts. It's going to stay in Paris territory. It went out of bounds at Paris's 47-yard line. So from the 25 to the 47, just a 22-yard punt, and the Hearts are going to have it first and 10 in great field position. Call it the 46, Dustin. That's the 46. So a 21-yard punt. It'll be first and 10 for the Hearts at Paris's 46-yard line.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Like that.
No worries here.
I don't feel too bad about it.
Hearts looking to go 3-0 in the conference and get that record even at 3-3 on the season. Paris has won twice as well. They also sit at 2-3 on the season, but they're unwon in the conference so far. Wolf up under center on first down. To the up back, that's Barnhart. That's worked a lot. He leaps over a couple of kids, got it inside the 40, and then he'll wonder what train hit him as he was in the air and somebody hit him a lick.
He definitely got driven backwards quite a bit at the end of that run. Trent's not a big kid. Doesn't mean he can't be a good runner, but when he runs into a defensive back that's got a good 30-40 pounds on him, his momentum's not going to help him too much.
Strong kid, good kid too. To the 38 from the 46 to the 38, a gain of 8, and that'll make it 2nd and 2. So a good gain on first down. Hearts in the same set as they've got up the gut, and it's Miller, and he's still driving, and he's near the 20 near the 30 before they take him down. I think they're going to give him to the 30-yard line on that carry, and that would be plenty enough for a first down. They'll score it right at the 30-yard line. So from the 38 to the 30, a gain of 8. Zach Miller, how many yards do you have now, Dustin?
That's going to be 172 yards on 9 carries for him.
Holy cow, 172 yards still in the first half.
He's not even averaging 20 a carry. Of course, 96 yards on one play is always going to skew those averages just a little bit.
That's usually how those guys get those big numbers. So let's see what happens here on 1st and 10 at Paris's 30. Wolf's going to throw. Dillon rolls to the far side, stops, throws, and it is caught out there by Carter Hayes, and he got it near the 20-yard line before he is taken down. I'm going to double check about, it is Carter Hayes who caught that ball. So 83 to 88. It's inside the 25. They'll score at the 23-yard line. Gain of 7 on that play, and that'll make it 2nd and 3. Good to get Carter Hayes involved there a little at that split end spot.
And it's not a big game, but it gives Paris's defense one more thing they got to think about. Here, Effingham has given them a steady diet of the run and has had success with it, but you got to go to the air every once in a while just to keep a defense honest.
So 2nd and 3. Wolf from the shotgun. Gonna throw. Comes to the near side, and it is almost picked off. That one was underthrown. Haven't seen Dillon do that much. And the ball was right through the hands of the Salem defender, Logan McDaniel. Came up incomplete. Stops the clock with 4:46 to go in this second quarter. That'll bring up a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, the Paris DB really has to feel like he let one get away there. McDaniel was all over that one, and could have been a big turnover for the Tigers. Instead, Effingham keeps the football deep in their territory, and still a 3rd and 2, pretty manageable situation here.
He was not a happy man when he didn't come up with that one. All right, let's see what happens up under center now. Wolf to the deep back. That's Zach Miller. Picks his way through the middle. There is a late flag. Miller got it near the 15-yard line, but pretty sure this one's coming back because it was thrown in the Hearts' backfield. So it looks like this one's going to come back. Hearts were in pretty good shape, 3rd and 3. Had a good gain out of Miller, plenty enough for a first down. They're talking it over with the Paris captains. And back it comes now. And it is hold on the Hearts. That'll be a 10-yard walk-off. Now the flag was thrown inside the 20. So let's see where the spot is here. Spot of the football is going to be just out across the 25 at the 27. So the penalty occurred at the 17. So Zach gained 6 yards, Dustin.
Right.
From the 23 to the 17, and then the 10-yard hold back to the 27. And the Hearts are going to call timeout. Timeout Effingham. It comes with 4:40 to go in the second quarter. Effingham leads it here by a count of 21-7. Hearts football on a Friday night on 97.9 XFM.
For over 75 years, Geckner Brothers has been Effingham's source for the exciting lineup of quality vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. That's 75 years of making friends and servicing our loyal customers. And we look forward to the next 75 years of being Effingham's source for Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
We had the timeout after the penalty, and so action will resume now. I see Zach Miller over here sitting on the bench on the Hearts sidelines. He's had a tremendous first half, but I'm hoping he's just a little winded, and that is all it appears to be. But he's going to sit. Now he's up on his feet, so that's a good sign that he'll be back in here in a minute. All right, so the Hearts have it at the Paris 27. It's 3rd and 7. Again at the Tiger 27-yard line. Wolf from the shotgun. Looking to throw. There's the pass. It is caught out there by Carter Hayes, and he's near the 15-yard line, and that should be enough for a Hearts first down. What a pretty catch. Wolf sort of floated it out there. Carter Hayes, nice over-the-shoulder grab. The pass is complete to the to the Paris. Where are we going to spot that? Football is finally placed at the 9-yard line. He got much more yardage than I thought, to the 9-yard line. So from the 27 to the 9, Dustin, a gain of 18 yards. And it's 1st and goal for the Hearts at the Paris 9-yard line. Wolf from the shotgun gives it off to the back. And it's a fake instead up the middle. And it's a touchdown for Effingham. Dylan Wolf faked the handoff. Dylan Wolf faked the handoff and took it in. Touchdown Effingham. Dylan Wolf, a 9-yard run, ran it up the middle. Sir fooled me. Looked like that play was developing to the near side, and Dylan held on to the football, and the Hearts quarterback takes it to the house, and that extends the lead to 27-0. The score comes with 4:10 to go in the second quarter. Now Wolf will hustle over and hold here on Carey's extra point try. There's the snap, there's the placement, there's the kick. It is up, and it's going to land, I think, over in the restroom facility here at John P. Allen Field. And it extends the Hearts' lead. It is 28-7 Effingham. Again, the score with 4:40 to go in the second quarter. Back with a kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
It's time to experience the luxurious Chrysler Town & Country minivan with standard leather seating and rear DVD entertainment system. You'll also find super easy flip-down stow and go that creates incredible storage space for your daily needs. Check out the Chrysler Town & Country at Geckner Brothers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on East Fayette Avenue in Effingham.
Well, Paris scored first, but the Hearts have scored 4 touchdowns since then. Michael Carey's kickoff is a blaster. It's taken right about the goal line by Paris. They're going to bring it out. There's a little bit of a stiff arm, and he gets it out around the 20-yard line, which is a pretty decent return, as that ball was taken by Audie Temples right about the goal line and brought it out to the 20-yard line. Would have been, if he stepped back a step, it would have been a touchback to the 20. So it was a hard-earned gain to the 20. And that's where it'll be, right on the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Tigers. So the Hearts extend the lead to 28-7 now. And still about 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Again, Paris scored first, and the Hearts have done a great job of responding.
Yeah, better than great. I mean, whatever word you want to use for it.
Here's the first down play. Paris throws across the middle. It falls incomplete. They tried to go across the middle. The pass came up empty. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 10. The clock stops with 3:58 to go in this second quarter. Again, Paris scored first, but the Hearts have scored 4 times since then. Just for the record, Jason Wilmoth was the intended receiver for Paris on that play.
Riley Spencer, the Paris quarterback, completed 3 of his first 4 passes for 41 yards. He's been off the mark the last 3 times he's thrown.
He's up under center here on 2nd down, and there's the handoff, and they take it to the far side, and that is the big boy, and he gets it out around the 25, 26-yard line. Hunter Morris, a good head of steam, and a decent gain there on 2nd down. From the 20 to the 27-yard line, a gain of 7. That'll bring up a 3rd and 3. So Hunter Morris, some pretty good numbers out of that back spot for Paris. Now they go back to the shotgun on 3rd and 3. And they can't get the snap right, and Paris has to call time. You could see a little frustration there on the face of the quarterback, Riley Spencer, just in his motions, and now turns out to be a procedure penalty. I thought it was a timeout. It's a procedure penalty on Paris, and that'll be a 5-yard walk-off. So that's even better from Effingham's standpoint, as the ball is returned now back to the 23-yard line. And that 22-yard line, pardon me. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 8. So this drive started on the 20, and now that's sent it back to the 22-yard line. And Paris faces a 3rd and 8 here. Looks like they'll stay in the shotgun here. Riley Spencer, naked backfield here. He's coming back, and the Hearts are after him, and he got away from one, but down he goes. Got away from Billy Arndt, but the pursuit continued, and a nice takedown out there by Kai Harmon for a loss, and that'll bring up 4th down and a whole bunch. Arndt couldn't contain him, but Billy slowed him, and then Kai Harmon came up and made the tackle, and the Hearts call time now because they're going to have a chance to hopefully have really good field position here, as that sack sent them back to their 14-yard line, so that's an 8-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down and about 18 yards to go.
Yeah, so you got to figure even the best punt is going to give Effingham maybe a 60-yard field to play with, something like that, unless something really crazy happens. And he's already popped one up today and gave Effingham a 48-yard field to play with. So if something else like that happens, pretty good deal for the Hearts, I'd say.
So looking good here. So Hearts called time. We'll remind you, we'll be back home next Friday night. Last home game of the regular season. That's crazy, but true. As Effingham plays host to Mattoon, hopefully the Hearts are going to hang on to this lead, and they'll go into that game next week 3-0 in the conference, with Mattoon every possibility of also being 3-0 after their action tonight. We'll get scores from Ken at halftime on all the games that we're tracking around the area, and we'll get you baseball up to date as well. Again, it's 28-7, and the Hearts called time because with still 2:53 to go before halftime, the Hearts with an opportunity to maybe cash in one more time before the break. Punt comes from the goal line. Here's the punt. It's a pretty good one, and is taken at about the 47. That's Vasquez, and Vasquez goes down after about a 1-yard loss. So Lucas Vasquez took it at the Paris 47. He ends up getting tackled at the 48, but boy, great field position by the Hearts to start this drive. So 1st and 10 for Effingham at the Paris 48-yard line. You know, a lot of times when you start in your opponent's territory, good things happen.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Yes, that is hard-hitting analysis from Greg Sapp. And there's nothing I can add to that. You're kind of stepping on my toes here, to be honest with you.
I know that's some deep analysis. Yes, I should be on one of those Sunday shows. Yeah, right. 1st and 10. Hearts at the Paris 48-yard line. Paris scored first, but the Hearts have come back with 4 touchdowns since then and start this drive in Paris territory. Wolf up under center, goes to the up back. That's Barnhart, and Paris a good job of staying home that time and stopped him for no gain. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Paris had seen that play a few times, and they sniffed it out that time, and they give him a half a yard just because Trent's a good kid and worked hard. So it's 2nd and 9.5. Again, the Hearts called a timeout before this drive started. Now 2:18 to go in this second quarter. Wolf up under center on 2nd and a long 9. Here's the handoff, and down goes Myers. Again, Zach Miller not available right at the moment for the Hearts. I'm looking for Zach on the sidelines. There he is, still walking, trying to get things straightened out. I'm pretty sure we'll see him back here for the second half. He's trying to walk off something, limping just a little, but I think he's going to be okay. The ball was advanced to the 46, by the way, so Myers got 2 yards. So it's 3rd and 7.5. From the shotgun now, Wolf looking to throw. There's the pass. It is incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down. Obviously, in Paris territory, the Hearts are going to go for it here. So this drive hasn't borne much fruit. 4th down and about 8 is the situation. Hearts with the football at the Paris 46. The incomplete pass stopped the clock with 1:37 to go before halftime. 28-7 Effingham coming up on halftime here. Homecoming at Paris, and the Hearts make numerous changes. They're going to kick. Now they're just going to punt it away here and see if they can pin Paris deep. At least that's the setup here. So Carey is going to punt somewhere about the 40. Now Effingham calls time. They might have wanted to see how Paris was going to come out defensively, and now they call time, and let's see whether they may go for it.
Yeah, we'll see if the timeout bears a change in strategy here for the Hearts.
We'll be back in 30, Kenna. It's a minute 37 to go before halftime here at Paris. It's Effingham 28, Paris 7 on 97.9 XFM.
Northside Ford in Effingham is proud to be a sponsor of high school sports. Stop by and see all the new and exciting 2013 Fords in stock now at Northside Ford, or visit them online at effinghamford.com.
All right, the Hearts had lined up to punt, and they're still in punt formation. They were set to punt and saw how Paris came out defensively, and then Coach Mack called a timeout. So that leaves the Hearts with one timeout this half. Michael Carey still lined up to kick at about Effingham's 40-yard line. Everybody's set. They take their time. Here's the snap. It's low, but Michael picks it up, and there's the kick, and it's a good one. It is going to go over Paris and into the end zone for a touchback. So Michael is pinning them back, as it were. Line of scrimmage was Paris's 46, but he kicked it from about the Effingham 40, and he put it in the end zone. So a touchback, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Paris. They'll start this drive with a minute and a half to go before halftime. Again, a reminder, we'll be at home next Friday night. All kinds of things will be going on. It'll be senior night. We'll introduce the senior football players and cheerleaders, and also the senior band members will be recognized. In addition to that, it's Real Men Wear Pink Night in cooperation with St. Anthony's Memorial Hospital. So we'll look forward to a big night next Friday night. Hope to see you there. They've got the Paris quarterback on the run. Now he throws, and the ball is caught near the first down marker. The pass is complete, and then coming up to make the tackle from that secondary spot, that corner spot, is Woltman. So Matt Woltman on the stop. The pass was complete to Denver Brewer, and it is complete to the 29-yard line. Here's another pass, and it is caught along the sideline. So from the 20 to the 29 on the first pass, Dustin, and then that second completion to the 34-yard line. And that's 5 yards, and that's enough for a Paris first down. So first down Tigers, and they went out of bounds. Clock stop. We're just under a minute to go before halftime. So the ball to the Paris 34-yard line. Working from the shotgun. There's the snap. Spencer coming to the near side. The Hearts are after him. There's the throw, and it's incomplete. And boy, a couple of Hearts had a look at it too. The intended receiver was Audie Temples. It was off his hands, and I think he caught that sideline pass a moment ago that I didn't ever mention who had caught it. And that one he didn't catch, and that stops the clock. And it's 2nd and 10 with 54 seconds left before halftime. It is a red-hot night in the Paris press box. We're down here on the second level, which means you capture all the heat. This is where you'd want to be in January, though, I'm telling you.
It's a warm night out on the field, too, for October, though.
Yeah, a lot of kids are taking their time here during the breaks and changes of possession. Paris runs. They've got a good run going, and he's out across the 45-yard line, and it looks like a first down for Paris. As it ended up just being a case of Riley Spencer, the quarterback held on to the football, and he advances it out across the 45 to the 47-yard line. So from the 34 to the 47, a 13-yard gain, and it's a first down for Paris, and that comes with 48 seconds left before halftime.
Paris has just as many first downs as Effingham does in this game. They just haven't been able to get it in the end zone the way the Hearts have.
Spencer from the shotgun throws, and it's caught and dropped. The intended receiver over here on the near side was Logan McDaniel. He tried to turn up field before he had it completely tucked in. The ball fell incomplete, and it's 2nd and 10. So 2nd and 10 for Paris at the 40. That's at the 46. And it's 44 seconds left. It was the 47, and now it's a 46 on an incomplete pass. That's tough.
That's okay.
So
I'm all right with that.
So second down, 44 seconds left before halftime. Spencer from the shotgun. There's the snap. He wants to throw, and he comes to the near side, and it's caught, and it's a first down near the Effingham 40-yard line. Noah Hagan came over and made the stop with some help from Durbin. Pass was caught over there by Audie Temples, and it's complete to the Effingham 41-yard line. So from Paris's 46 to Effingham's 41, a gain of 13 yards, and first down for Paris, and timeout on the field. 38 seconds left. Kenna back in a minute. It's Effingham 28, Paris 7 at Paris on 97.9 XFM.
Northside Ford in Effingham is proud to be a sponsor of high school sports. Stop by and see all the new and exciting 2013 Fords in stock now at Northside Ford, or visit them online at effinghamford.com.
73470-220, or look them up on the web at www.patentprinting.com.
All right, at first and 10 for Paris at Effingham's 41. Spencer scrambling. Here's the throw, and it is incomplete. Tried to throw it wide, and it's off the hands of the intended receiver, Hunter Morris, and incomplete, and that'll bring up a second and 10, and that stops the clock with 29 seconds left. My goodness, it's taken a long time to run this last 2 or 3 minutes of this first half off the clock.
Paris lined up with 5 wide receivers on that play, and Effingham was able to get the quarterback Spencer on the run a little bit so that he could not pick out a receiver and make a clean throw right away.
Ball's at the 41 of Effingham. It's second and 10. Back to throw is Spencer. Happy feet. The Hearts are after him. He got away from one defender. Peyton Bushu after him. Here's the pass. It goes incomplete, and that'll bring up third down. Hearts a good job of getting Spencer on the run there. The pass is incomplete, and that'll bring up third and 10, and that stops the clock with 21 seconds to go.
Yeah, he hasn't had a lot of time to operate back there, and Effingham has to do that because with the number of guys that Paris is lining up in receiver spots, there's going to be holes in the Effingham defense if the quarterback has time to dissect that defense and really pick somebody out. But if he's having to take off running as soon as he gets the football in his hands, it's not going to end well for the Tigers.
Tall chore. All right, third and 10, still at the Hearts 41. Again from the shotgun. Spencer after him. The Hearts let him get away. Boy, they thought they had him for a sack. Now he's loose. Here's the throw, and it's incomplete, and that'll bring up fourth down. Boy, Kai Harmon had him dead to rights, and he just got away. But the pass is incomplete. That'll bring up a fourth and 10. The clock stops now with 14 seconds left, and now it's fourth down.
It wasn't too bad of a throw on the run that time. He got it to his receiver's hands there, but maybe a bit behind him, and just a tough play there. And now Spencer down to 6 for 15 passing. As we mentioned, he has 3 out of his first 4. Slim pickings in the passing game since then for the Tigers.
Full fourth and 10. They're still at the Hearts 41-yard line. And Spencer stays in the shotgun, naked backfield. All those guys lined up to receive. Here come the Hearts again. Spencer steps up. He gets away from a couple of defenders. Now he's going to the far side. There's the pass. It is caught out there, and he's taken down at the 24, but that is enough for a Paris first down, and it comes with 4 seconds left in the first half. So from the 41, the pass is completed to Effingham's 24-yard line, a gain of 17 on the pass play to Hunter Morris, and it's first and 10 for Paris at Effingham's 24-yard line with 4 seconds left in the half, and timeouts called. Kenna, let's take a 30-second break, 4 seconds before halftime. It's Effingham 28, Paris 7 at Paris here on 97.9 XFM. Hearts lead at 28-7. Here we go. What should be the last play of the first half from the shotgun. Spencer low snap going to the end zone. There's the pass. The Hearts are there, and the Hearts end up intercepting the football, and that's how the first half ends. Nice work as Matt Woltman went down in the corner of the end zone and has the interception, and that's how the first half ends. Good half of football for the Effingham Hearts. Paris scored first, but the Hearts scored 4 straight touchdowns. They lead it at halftime 28-7. On the way in a minute with the Compass Advisory Group halftime show on 97.9 XFM.
Go Hearts, go!
Got aches and pains from those football games? Stop by Andy's Health Mart Pharmacy and see what we can do for you. Ask one of our pharmacists about the products that can get you back into game shape. Locally owned and conveniently located at 805 West Fayette. Andy's Health Mart Pharmacy, caring for you and about you.
Go, Hearts, go! Go, Hearts, go! Go, Hearts, go!
Hearts lead at 28-7 as we start the second half again. Next week, we're home, senior night against those Mattoon Green Wave. Here's Michael Carey's kickoff to start the second half, and another blaster in at about the goal line again, and Paris is going to return it, and a pretty good run up the middle, and it's out across the 20-yard line. That's where they take down Audie Temples. So a good return from the goal line out across the 20 to the 23-yard line. That's where Paris will set up shop here to start the second half. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers at their 23-yard line. As we get ready for the second half of action. Warm night, but boy, if you haven't heard the forecast, it's going to be much cooler by the end of the week. Looking at a high of 64 Sunday and a low of 44 Sunday night. So get ready for the change in the weather that's coming. And we're probably going to see some more rain Saturday afternoon or evening and extending into the first part of Sunday. We've got a Paris player injured, and that's Audie Temples, the return man, and they're carrying him off the field.
Yeah, it's never good when they just absolutely don't want him to put any pressure at all on whatever it is that's hurt. So that's rough.
Now they do set him down, and he's on his feet, so that's encouraging.
Something on his left leg, probably.
Now down he goes.
Yeah.
You hope it's just a cramp. Anyway, he stood and tried to stand on his own weight, and then fell on his backside, and now they're going to check him out there along the sidelines. So it's 1st and 10 for Paris at their 23-yard line. Hearts in front, though, 28-7 as we start the second half. From the shotgun, Spencer hands off, and a short gain out across the 25-yard line. And a big tackle as Blaine Custer is just owning it out there tonight on defense for Effingham. It's a gain to the 27-yard line's the call. So from the 23 to the 27, a gain of 4, and that's 2nd and 6 now for Tigers. And was it Hunter Morris that carried? Pretty sure it was Hunter Morris on the carry.
I'd give you an affirmative answer from my vantage point. I had a little bit of a tough time saying it.
Again, from the shotgun, here's the handoff. It's Morris coming to the near side this time. Got around Marcus Robinson, but two other Hearts take him down, run him out of bounds, as Travis Durbin and Vasquez came up to help. Morris, a nice gain out across the 30 near the 35-yard line. In fact, maybe across the 35-yard line on second look. From the 27, he advances the ball to the 36, gain of 9, and it is 1st and 10 for the Tigers. So Morris a 9-yard gain, and it's 1st and 10 for the Tigers out across their 35-yard line. Again, Riley Spencer is the Paris quarterback. He pitches it. Now they pitch it on a double reverse, and they take it still in backfield, and the Hearts sniff it out, and they may be a loss on that thing. As it ended up in the hands of Denver Brewer, the old double reverse, the Hearts used to run that back in the day, and it ends up at the 34-yard line, a loss of 2. So all that for no results, and that'll bring up 2nd and 12. The thing about that play is it takes so long to develop. It gives your defense a little bit of a chance to react, and if they've defended it well in practice, then it doesn't usually work for a whole lot. Here's the handoff. No, he isn't going to hand off. He wants to throw, and he throws on the run and throws it out of bounds, incomplete. And that'll bring up 3rd and 12.
Yeah, Spencer under pressure again.
Hayden Bush, who goes over and pats him on the helmet, which I'm sure is just a way to say, doing a good job back there, kid. Hearts bring Boggs off, bring Brandon Loy off. So they're running different defenders in and out. It's a warm night, and boy, I tell you see these kids chugging off. They're looking for the water bottle. So it's 3rd down and still about 12. Paris with the ball at their own 34-yard line. Hearts lead at 28-7. We're into the second half now. Here's the snap. Spencer on the run. They're after him. He stopped, and down he goes. Travis Durbin with a big stop back at the 20-yard line. Wow. His big mistake was stopping, because that let Durbin catch him, and down he went back at the 21-yard line. So from the 34 to the 21, a 13-yard loss on that play, and that'll bring up a 4th down and a whole bunch. And obviously Paris is going to have to kick it away. Boy, Durbin was after him, and he's been moving in the backfield all night, usually out of need to preserve himself, and boy, he stopped for a moment, and that was all Durbin needed.
Yeah, definitely just came flying in there, and Spencer tried to change directions before he could even cut the other way.
So this punt's inside the 10-yard line. It hits in Effingham territory, but Vasquez lets it go now, and it ends up being 1st and 10 for Effingham outside their 45-yard line. So once again, great field position for the Hearts, and the defense sets up the offense here, and so far the offense has responded well in this one. Vasquez was the deep man, and he let it go, and wisely, as it turns out. Hearts have it 1st and 10 at their 47-yard line. So Effingham already up 28-7 in this game. Gets it 1st and 10 near midfield to start this drive. And I'm checking, and Zach Miller is not going out there, so Tyler Myers will stay in Miller's spot in the Hearts backfield. Again, Barnhart's the up back, and then they've got Billy Arndt in the slot here. Wolf up under center. Ball got loose, and Paris might have it. There's still a scrum going. The Hearts might have ended up with it after all.
Paris tried to pick it up. See if he gets out.
It ended up going off the Hearts. There was a problem on the snap. It looked like Paris might have had it and lost it, and then Effingham ends up covering it up. I can't tell you who recovered it, but the Hearts retain possession, but it's back to the 43, a loss of 4, so that'll bring up a 2nd and 14. That was dangerous. Ball was on the deck, but the Hearts recovered, and it's 2nd and 14 now at their 43-yard line. Wolf from the shotgun. Good snap. A lot of time. Here comes the throw. He's got a man there, and it's off his hands, incomplete. Woltman had it off his hands, and it falls incomplete. Matt is not a happy man that he couldn't come up with that catch. Stops the clock, brings up 3rd and 14 with 8:27 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Always hold your breath a little bit when you see that pass get tipped up in the air and wonder if anyone's going to be able to take advantage of the extra time the ball's in the air to get underneath it, but luckily none of the Paris players were able to haul it in, and Effingham's got another chance here on 3rd and long 13.
Yep, and the Hearts bring out Barnhart, send in Marcus Robinson, so you would expect to pass here on 3rd and plenty, and it's going to be. Wolf fakes, goes deep. There's Marcus. Here's the throw, and there's a little bit of a hanging on, but it was too deep. They say it was an uncatchable ball. Pass falls incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down, and the Hearts are going to have to get rid of it here. Although they are near midfield still, it looks like they're going to kick it away and pin Paris deep in their territory. So that drive didn't bear any fruit.
That's okay. Effingham's first possession of the first half was a 3 and out, and everything went pretty well after that, so hopefully they just follow that script. We'll be all right with it.
Carry back to punt. Is this just his 2nd punt of the night?
This is going to be his 3rd.
3rd punt? All right. Lining up at about his 30. Takes his time, gets his feet set. Good kick. Strong kick inside the 10. Now it's caught and dropped. And down goes Paris after they got a couple of yards back out near the 15-yard line. But the Tigers are really going to be pinned deep. The return man was Denver Brewer. He ended up with the football after he had it and dropped it, picked it up, and then got taken down. And they will score the football at, I think, the 15-yard line. Let me double check. It could be deeper than that.
Yeah, I'm not sure he even got out that far.
14 is going to be the official ruling. So 1st and 10 for Paris at their 14-yard line. So he kicked that ball at about his line of scrimmage was the 43. So 7 and 36, a 43-yard punt there for Michael Carey. Brewer carries on 1st down here for Paris and came to the near side, or excuse me, to the far side, to the Paris side of the field, the far side, and he gets it out across the 15-yard line to the 16. That's a gain of 2, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 8. So 2 for Brewer there, and it's 2nd and 8. 28-7 Hearts with 7:38 to go in the 3rd quarter. Hearts looking to go 3-0 in the Apollo and keep their conference championship hopes alive. Here's the pitch to Morris, and the Hearts are after it, and he got away from one, and 3 more took him down. Billy Arndt on point there. Marcus Robinson in there helped also, and Noah Hagan got a hand as they took down Morris back at the 15-yard line. So a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 9. So they gained 2, now they lost 1, and it's 3rd and 9 for the Tigers at their 15-yard line. Paris scored first. Hearts have scored the next 4 touchdowns in this ball game. And they're going to set up under center. And wanting to throw is Spencer. Hearts are after him again. Has time to throw. It is passed, and is it caught or not? They do call it a catch. Hunter Morris makes the catch out across the 20, but I think he's still shy of a first down. It's going to be 4th and 1. So a gain to the 23. He needs 1. It was 3rd and 9, so it must have been a gain of 8 to the 23, and it's 4th and 1. So 4th and 1. Paris with the ball at their 23-yard line, and they are going to kick it away. Short yardage, but way too deep in their territory to think about keeping it, and they kick it away. Marcus Robinson catches the punt at about his 38, and he's loose. Comes to the near side, to the Paris 40, to the 30, down the sidelines. Marcus on his horse. He's got one man to beat, and he got taken down at the 10-yard line. Hearts are going to get it 1st and goal after a great return by Marcus Robinson. He took that ball again at about his 38, and returns the football to the Paris 10-yard line. So 52-yard punt return for Marcus Robinson, and it's 1st and goal for the Hearts at Paris's 10-yard line. So there's where your special teams do a nice job. So 5:51 left in the 3rd quarter as the Hearts set it up here, 1st and goal at the Paris 10. Wolf up under center, hand off to the up back. That's Barnhart, and Trent dives and got a couple on it. The Hearts with a 3-touchdown lead can now have the option of thinking about things that'll be successful but also take some time, as a 3-touchdown advantage is plenty enough to win. He gets a yard. So from the 10 to the 9, a gain of 1, and it's 2nd and goal to go at the Paris 9-yard line. Next week, we're home to Mattoon. Senior night next Friday. Wolf back to the shotgun on 2nd and goal. Gonna throw across the middle. He's got his man. That's Carter Hayes. Touchdown Effingham. Carter Hayes, nice little crossing pattern, makes the catch. 9-yard pass completion from Dylan Wolf to Carter Hayes, and the Hearts extend the lead to 34-7. The score comes with 5:11 to go in the 3rd quarter. So that makes it a much more comfortable lead. Wolf to hold, as Michael Carey will attempt to kick another extra point. He's been perfect tonight. And good snaps on the extra points also. And again, the Hearts working with a new center in Tritt Rush tonight. There's the placement, there's the kick, and it is blocked. That kick is blocked. Paris got in there, but the Hearts still extend the lead on the 9-yard touchdown pass play. Dylan Wolf to Carter Hayes. It's Effingham 34, Paris 7 here at Paris. 5:11 to go in the 3rd quarter on 97.9 XFM.
When time counts, count on Federated. Next time your car's in the shop, it's likely the parts will come from Blankenship Auto Parts. And they'll come for less. Tell your shop you want Blankenship, a proud sponsor of Hearts football. Go Hearts!
Well, it was the great punt return by Marcus Robinson that set up the touchdown. He took it at about his 38, returned it to the Paris 10. 2 plays later, a 9-yard touchdown pass from Dylan Wolf to Carter Hayes. The kick was blocked, but the Hearts have extended the lead to 34-7 now with 5:11 to go in the 3rd quarter. Paris returns the punt, the kickoff near the 25-yard line. Brewer on the return, and he returns the football out across the 20 to the 25. 34-yard line. That's where Paris will set up shop on this drive. 34-7 Effingham now. Art's looking to go 3-0 in the Apollo and also be even on the season at 3-3. Lost their first 3, looking to win their 3rd straight and all conference wins. So that would set up quite a battle with Mattoon. Mattoon was up 49-14 on Salem at halftime. So they would both be 3-0 going into senior night battle next Friday night at Klosterman Field. The other Apollo score, Mount Zion was on Charleston 42-0 at halftime. That's almost unbelievable. Mount Zion scored 70 points last week, though, although that was their first win of the year. So we'll see how that all sorts out. And there is a penalty. The Hearts lined up in the neutral zone. That'll be a 5-yard walk-off. A rare penalty for the Hearts tonight, Dustin.
That's right. The first one they've had here after halftime, and only 3 all night long. We get used to that.
Yep, a couple of holding calls and that encroachment play there, and that's been it. And you love to see that. So that'll give Paris 5, and now it's 1st and 5. Let's see how they do here with the football at their 29-yard line. Back to throw Mr. Spencer. They're after him again. Here's the pass that is complete out here to Morris. Morris coming to the near side. He juked his way past Robinson, but coming up to help are Durbin and Vasquez. So the secondary came up to do their job and took him down at the 44-yard line. But a nice completion from the 24 to the 44 gain or a nice run after the catch of Morris. 20 yards in all. And the new set of downs for Paris at their 44-yard line. Hearts 34-7 leaders now. We have 4:44 to go in the 3rd quarter in this one. Spencer back to the shotgun here. There's the snap. They hand it off to Morris. He runs it up the gut, and a decent run on 1st down. As I think that's Custer down there wrapping him up low. And then you've got a couple of guests helping up top. No, it's Evan Boggs down there low for the Hearts. Good job at tying him up with some help from Joe Neiman. Joe's getting to play. He's had a busy week because he played in the game at Salem Friday night. He played in the Frost Soft game last night, and now he makes a tackle on defense here tonight. So it's Joe Neiman's 3rd game this week. So the junior's getting a good workout tonight. And this week, to the 47-yard line, it's 2nd, and they got to gain about 2 on that play, so 2nd and 8. Spencer showed a handoff to a couple, decided to keep it himself. He swings it to the near side. He's still on his feet, and he's into Effingham territory and inside the Hearts' 40-yard line. Nice play that time. Nice run by Spencer. Vasquez and Durbin have to come over again and make the tackle as Spencer advances the football to the Effingham 40. So from Paris's 44 to the Effingham 40, a 14-yard or 16-yard gain and a 1st down for the Tigers. They've not had a tough time gaining yardage. Just getting it across the goal line's been the problem.
That's true. They're up about 120 yards in the running game right now.
Spencer again keeps, and this time not quite so successful. He got it inside the Hearts 40, and he gets taken down by a couple of Hearts. Among them out there for Effingham, I think that's Noah Hagan again, but I wanted to, no, it's Alec Stevenson, number 7. Alec Stevenson, one of the seniors, was in the homecoming court this year. Sells good donuts at IGA on Sunday mornings too. Not that I know firsthand or anything, but he's in there on that stop for the Hearts.
You always seem like more of a granola guy to me.
Thank you. Yeah, me and Yul Gibbons. Here's the handoff. It's Morris. Comes to the near side, and the Hearts defend that one well. There's Travis Durbin again. He is having another huge night tackling.
About 4 Effingham players all on that one by the time the play ended, though. Lots of good swarming going on there by the white jerseys there.
That was Morris again, and he takes it to Effingham's 38, so a gain of 2. And that'll bring up 3rd down and about 8. 34-7 Hearts, though, that's the bottom line as we work our way through the 3rd quarter. 2:15 to go in the period here at John P. Allen Field in Paris. Spencer back to the shotgun. There's the snap, looking to throw. Here come the Hearts. He throws it in the flats and threw it at an angle, and it falls incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, just not terribly accurate throw there on the screen pass, and when you've got a receiver standing there with nobody around him, you gotta hit him in the letters and let him work.
They'll obviously go for it here on 4th down. They're at the Effingham 39-yard line. So we'll see what they dream up here on 4th and about 8.5. They're lining up in punt formation, which is astounding to me since they're at the Effingham 39.
And down 4 scores with only 14 minutes of play.
I'd say there may be a fake in order here, folks. Yeah, they snap to the short man. And the Hearts sniff it out, and they take him down.
Yeah.
Hearts reacted well. Yeah, it was a direct snap, and several Hearts in on the stop.
I mean, everybody on the field had to be kind of suspicious about what's going on there, so not a particularly tricky thing there. And
Kai Harmon, Peyton Bushu, Joe Neiman again on the stop, along with Durbin. And nice job. They snapped it, by the way, I should tell you, to... I'll get it here in just a second. I know his name. It's Logan McDaniel again. They snapped it to McDaniel, and it's to the 41. Actually, they lost 3 yards on that play.
Yeah, I just think maybe you're better served just run a play there when everybody knows, that you're probably not going to run the fake, but hey.
Or they might have been thinking about our friend returning it.
It's true.
10-yard line
that's worth thinking about too.
So anyway, it's 1st down for the Hearts at their 41-yard line. Wolf from the shotgun, handoff to Tyler Myers, coming to the near side. Now he turns it up, and he gets out near midfield, and there's a late flag. It appeared right at the point of the tackle, but it could be a hold as well. We'll sort this one out here. Ball's advanced to the Effingham 47, so gain of about 6. And Curran McNeely pointing that somebody needs to use their head may be a reason that I think it's against Effingham. That's just a hint that there might have been something not go well there. Yeah, it's a hold on the Hearts. Flag's thrown at the 47. So there was a gain of 6 yards for Tyler Myers on the play. And then they'll walk it back the 10. So he gained 6 to the 47, and then the 10-yard walk-off back to the Hearts 37. So that'll set up 1st and about 14. 1st and 14. Hearts lead at 34-7, down to 1:45 to go in the 3rd quarter of football. And the Hearts obviously taking their sweet time now, looking to run some clock off there. Zach Miller now on the table down here with ice bag on his left ankle. So that's the story with Zach, who had the huge first half, then got hurt. Wolf from the shotgun keeps it himself, takes it up the middle, gets near the 45-yard line. So we got back the yardage that was lost on the holding call. All at the 44, 37 to the 44, a gain of 7. And that'll make it 2nd and about 8.
I'll admit I got caught watching Tyler Myers there, who was in on the fake. I was watching him, and a couple of Paris defenders took him down too. So I wasn't the only one who got fooled by the play fake.
Brandon Loy also over here sitting on the training table with Zach Miller. So we'll double check Brandon's status. Here's a handoff. This time they gave it to Myers. Tyler head of steam, and he's got a good run going. He's near the Paris 35-yard line before they run him out of bounds. Nice work. Same play. That's the one Wolf kept on last play. This time the handoff is made to Tyler Myers. He's out there running in Miller's spot, and it's complete, it is carried to the Paris 36-yard line. So from Effingham's 44 to the 36 of Paris, that's a gain of 20 yards. 1st down for the Hearts at Paris's 36-yard line. And this likely will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Wolf again from the shotgun. There's the high snap, but he's got it. Here's the throw, and it is knocked loose and then caught by the Hearts. It's grabbed nicely as it's taken down over there. What a heck of a catch by Marcus Robinson. The ball was tipped up in the air. Marcus was the intended receiver. A Paris defender was there. They combined to knock it up in the air. Marcus still caught it and got it inside the 30 at the 39-yard line. The 29-yard line. So from the 36 to the 29, a gain of 7. And that play took long enough that it concludes the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. It's Hearts 34, Paris 7. Back with the 4th quarter in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
See what's new today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota. like the all-new 2014 Silverado, with more room, more power, simply more truck than the competition. Or the all-new Impala with its stylish exterior and roomy interior, plus over 30 miles per gallon. Test drive them today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, online at danheck.com.
Fourth quarter here at John P. Allen Field in Paris. The last ever game we're going to play is Effingham High School at Paris. Paris is leaving the Apollo Conference, going for the Little Illini Conference. Taylorville, who was in the Apollo way before Megan McDonald was born, will be coming back in. I think I'm right on that. Is coming back into the Apollo next season. Megan's standing here by me doing the video work here for the Hearts team, so I'm mentioning her. All right, we head to the fourth quarter. Hearts with a second down and about 2 at the 28 of Paris, and they advance the football. And Billy Arndt got a chance to tote the football that trip. And they'll call it the 22, a gain of 6 for Billy. So DeBeast gets 6 yards, and that's enough for a Hearts first down. So first and 10 for Effingham at the Paris 22-yard line. Evan Boggs trots off the field. And the Hearts set it up here.
It's a dead sprint for Boggs.
Big Evan. All righty. So here's the snap, high snap. Myers has it. Tyler's got a head of steam up. He turns it up the middle, and it is, what's the indication? Short of a touchdown. Boy, he has to be awfully close. He's well inside the 5-yard line. They'll call it the 2, do they? 2-yard line. All right. So first and goal to go from the 21 to the 2, Dustin, a gain of 19 yards. And it's first and goal for the Hearts at the 2. Already leading 34-7 and about to punch it in again. Again, Tyler Myers has worked the second half for Zach Miller, who has an injured foot. There's the handoff. Myers up the gut, slams it in, and let's see the indication. Touchdown, Effingham. Tyler Myers takes care of business for the Hearts. He scores, and the Hearts extend the lead to 40-7. The score comes with 11:05 left in the football game. A 2-yard run for Tyler Myers, and it's 40-7 Effingham. Again, 11:05 left in the contest as the Hearts continue to extend this lead. They bring Michael Carey out again to try the extra point from Dylan Wolf's hold. There's the snap, the placement, the kick. It is up, and it is once again plenty good. 41-7 Effingham. Hearts lead it with 11:05 left in this one. Back with more from Paris, including the kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
It's time to experience the luxurious Chrysler Town & Country minivan with standard leather seating and rear DVD entertainment system. You'll also find super easy flip-down stow and go that creates incredible storage space for your daily needs. Check out the Chrysler Town & Country at Geckner Brothers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on East Fayette Avenue in Effingham.
7 plays, 59 yards, took 252, highlighted by the 2-yard touchdown run by Tyler Myers, as Michael Carey's kick was good, and the Hearts have extended the lead to 41-7 here with 11:05 to go in this ball game. Line drive kick this time by Carey, pretty much unreturnable, went out of bounds around the 10-yard line.
Yep. It's too bad because it's a nice deep kick, but it just kept rolling towards that sideline. Paris lets it go out of bounds, and we'll take advantage of the extra field position.
So the penalty for the kickoff going out of bounds, and that'll set up Paris first and 10 at their 35. So first and 10 for the Tigers. They scored first in this game, but the Hearts have scored the next 41 points, lead at 41-7 with 11 minutes to go in the ball game. Coming up on the post-game show, brought your way as always by Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota. We'll talk with Coach Mack. We'll have Dustin Stats. Kenna will have all the scores. I'll recap the scoring, and hopefully a couple of the kids can make their way up here for a visit. There's the option. Morris throws it back to the Paris quarterback. He's scrambling for his life, coming to the near side. He's out across the 40, and then he's driven out of bounds by Vasquez. So Lucas Vasquez making sure he was out of bounds on that tackle. So it was a snap to Riley Spencer, the quarterback. He gave the ball to Hunter Morris, who then tossed it back to Spencer. And Spencer advanced the football from the 35 out to the 43, a gain of 8. And that'll bring up 2nd and 2. So just another look for Paris. Here's the snap. This time Spencer's going to keep. He tries to go up the middle. The Hearts are after him, and down he goes for a loss. Hearts have gotten more and more bold as this game's gone along, and a couple of new names I haven't had the opportunity to mention out there for the Hearts is Noah Lohman's out there for Effingham. Also out there on that takedown was Wyatt Cayley. I hadn't mentioned Wyatt yet tonight, so a couple of kids out there, and I also hadn't mentioned Trevor Murphy. So those 3 in on that stop for the Hearts. See, Brandon Loy still over here on the trainer table too, so Hearts have Miller and Loy sidelined, and since the Hearts have a rather sizable lead, they're not going to take any chances on those youngsters. Get them out of there and let them heal up and be ready to go for next week. Timeout called by Paris. Timeout called with 10:05 left. Back in a minute. 4th quarter here at Paris. It's Effingham 41, Paris 7 on 97.9 XFM.
Northside Ford in Effingham is proud to be a sponsor of high school sports. Stop by and see all the new and exciting 2013 Fords in stock now at Northside Ford, or visit them online at effinghamford.com.
Broadcasting live on the air and on the web. It's Effingham's very own 97.9 XFM, WXEF Effingham.
Spencer back on the option. He throws, and it's caught out there and complete into Effingham territory. Nice grab out there in open field by Hunter Morris, and he moves the football near the Effingham 40-yard line. They'll call it, Effingham's 45-yard line. They'll call it the 46. So from Paris's 42 to Effingham's 46, a 14-yard gain on that play, and a first down for Paris. Back again on the shotgun to Spencer. He's coming to the near side, and he overthrew his intended receiver. Incomplete pass will stop the clock with 9:46 left in the game. It'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Well, Paris down 41-7. They might as well gamble a little and see what they can do about maybe getting some more points on the board here. Alex Stevenson heads back out on defense for Effingham as they'll give a breather over here to Travis Durbin. Travis plays both ways, so anytime he can get a breather, it's a good thing. Again, Paris with the ball at the Hearts 46 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Spencer going to have to soak his arm tonight. They're after him. He gets loose. Coming to the near side. Still in pursuit are the Hearts. There's the... No, he never got it thrown. Alex Stevenson got over here and knocked him down. Spencer never was able to get loose of the ball, and in fact didn't have anybody open downfield to throw to, so he did what he could and ended up getting sacked. It's back to the Paris 48. So from Effingham's 46 to Paris's 48, a 6-yard loss, and that'll bring up 3rd and about 15 yards now for Paris. So nice work by Alex Stevenson. He gets credit for the sack, so the senior has some glory there. Back to throw, Spencer again. Here come the Hearts again. Down he goes, back near the 35-yard line. As the Hearts know that he's going to throw, and they are giving him no mercy here.
Yeah, Effingham wasn't having a whole lot of trouble getting in Spencer's face when they didn't know that he was going to be throwing pretty much in every play, and now they're really giving him fits.
Shout out to Quentin Cunningham, who got in there on that play for Effingham, trying to give credit where credit's due to some of the other Hearts players, and they take Spencer down back at the 38-yard line. So from the 48 to the 38, a loss of 10 on that play. And now it's 4th down and about a half the field.
That's the 4th sack that Spencer's taken tonight.
So they're going to punt. And the Hearts rushed, but he gets it away, and a nice kick as it turns out. It hits at the 20 and then I never get a bounce like that on the golf course. It ended up down by the 5-yard line. Holy cow. He kicked that from about his 30, and it ends up at the Effingham 5-yard line. So that's a kick of 75 yards.
Well,
65 yards.
Yeah.
45 and 20, that'd be right. 65, Greg. That's a huge punt, needless to say. So 1st and 10 for the Hearts at their 5-yard line. That's where they'll set up shop with 8:09 to go. Hearts comfortably in front here, 41-7 your score. Hearts back home next Friday night. It is senior night. It's Real Men Wear Pink night. It's going to be a big night. Mattoon appears like they're on their way to a win. Both the Hearts and the Wave will be 3-0 going into that game. That'll be the battle for the conference next Friday night. We'll be there, and we hope you'll be there. And if you can't be, we hope you'll be listening. Again, a reminder, Wayne's here as always. Watch for video on this one on the website over the weekend. Dylan Wolf with the handoff on 1st down, and the Hearts just trying to drive it away from the goal line here. And carrying the football that time for the Hearts was, I'll get it when he turns around here in a minute. I think I'll tell you in a minute. Anyway, it's Billy Arndt carried. Number 35 there for the Hearts. Billy Arndt carried the football that time, and it is extended out to the 9, a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. 25.
Could be
Avery Brooks carry. There you go. Avery Brooks carried the football 25 rather than 35. Thank you, Megan. So from the 5 to the 9, a gain of 4, and it's 2nd and 6. And a fumble, and the Hearts do recover it. And it is still at the 9, so looks like no gain and no loss on a fumble. That's always good. So the Hearts lost it, got it back, and that'll make it 3rd and about 8 or so from the 9-yard line. Wolf still in there, quarterback up under center. But he's had a host of people at the running back spot. Ball got loose again, I think, and the ball's down at the 5 now. So the Hearts are having a dickens of a time here, hanging on to the football. And they lose 3 back to the 5. And yes, that was Avery Brooks carrying the football for Effingham. So it's back to the 5. And the Hearts a quick 3 and out here. But again, they lead at 41-7. We're down to 6:25 to go in the game. But Paris ought to end up with really good field position here as Michael Carey gets ready to put some foot into it. Down into the end zone for this kick. Good snap. Takes his time. Gets it away. High. Got it up into what breeze there is. It's going to hit at about the 35. And now it takes an Effingham bounce, and it ends up out near the 45-yard line. So pretty good punt, all things considered. He hit it in the end zone, and it's out near the 45-yard line. But Paris still going to have really good field position here. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers at Effingham's 44-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the Hearts 44-yard line. And several different players out there on defense for Effingham. We've mentioned a few, but I haven't mentioned Nathan Case is out there on defense. I also haven't mentioned Alex Howells out there. He had a good game last night, scored a number of times as the Hearts Frost Soft team beat Paris 48-0 last night at Effingham. And the officials are going to talk it over with Paris about something. So we'll see what this chat's over. Meanwhile, I'll try to get you some more numbers as Dylan DePoister's out there for Effingham. And the illegal formation on the Hearts is the indication. And
must have been on the punt play because Paris waved it off, declined the penalty, and they're going to go ahead and take it right here at the 44.
Well, anyway, 1st and 10 for Paris at Effingham's 44-yard line. Hearts in front, 41-7. Spencer throws to the near side. It's caught out here in the flats. And then a nice couple of jobs of getting away from defenders. It ends up inside the Hearts' 40-yard line. And Hunter Morris gains to the 38. So from the 44 to the 38, a gain of 6 on a good run after that short pass. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 4. Now Paris tries to get the motor running, speeding up a little here. Here's another throw across the middle, and it is caught and dropped, and it'll end up being incomplete. Boy, nice pursuit over there on the side. The Hearts, Jordan Coleman was among them in there on defense, playing over in that corner spot. Saw him play down at Salem in the freshman game Monday night. And that ended up incomplete, and that'll make it 3rd and about 4. Again, Paris with the football at the Effingham 38-yard line. There's the snap. Spencer looking to throw. Little time. Now he tries to step up, and he got taken down. And good work by the Hearts as Grant Pegish ends up with a sack that time for Effingham. So that's 5, did you say, sacks?
That'd be 5 now, and another new name for the Effingham defense that you get to call out.
So a lot of heroes in this one tonight. And that'll bring up 4th and about 8, as there was a loss of 6 on the play. So 4th and 8, and the ball back to the Effingham 42-yard line. Back to throw one more time as Spencer. It's caught, and immediately he got hammered. The pass is complete out here to Paris's number 39, Thomas Blandford. And then he is immediately taken down out here.
Dylan DePoyster.
By Dylan Depot. So the pass complete to the 39, a gain of 3. And that is not enough for a first down. And the ball will go over and downs to the Hearts. So the Hearts hold, force the turnover on loss of downs, and it's 1st and 10 for the Hearts at their 39 with 4:54 to go. Lots to talk about on the post-game show tonight. It'll take me a while to recap all the scoring. We'll talk with Coach Mack, hopefully a couple of the kids, all of Dustin's stats. We'll have Kenna's scores. So a busy Dan Heck post-game show. Stay with us. Hearts line it up from their 39. High snap. Dylan Wolf corrals it, throws across the middle, and it is tapped down by Paris. While the intended receiver for Effingham that time was Trevor Colclasure, but it never got to him. Paris got a big paw up there on it. One of their linemen knocked it away. Kyle Borchers, who's a sophomore for this Paris team, knocked that away, stops the clock, brings up 2nd and 10 with 4:50 to go in the game. Paris scored first, but that's a distant memory, Dustin.
Yeah, it's I can hardly remember being worried, but I was a little bit.
Avery Brooks up the middle with it for the Hearts, gained a few. So the senior out there working hard. Extends it out to the 43, 39 to the 43, a gain of 4, and it's 3rd and 6. Keep that clock moving. That's the bottom line for the Hearts. We're now down to 4.5 to play. Hearts going to go to 3-0 in the Apollo, 3-3 on the season, and they've done a nice job of shaking it up. And this is after they lost another starter with Cole Moran's injury. They have hardly missed a beat tonight, though, in front of Paris, 41-7. Wolf's going to stay in the shotgun, and there's a delay of game call, I'm pretty sure. And that'll be a 5-yard walk-off. And now it'll be 3rd and more.
We've mentioned it a few times, but penalties have not been a big part of the story tonight. That's just the 4th for Effingham, 2 in each half. And Paris only a couple all night, none in the second half.
Pushes the ball back to the 38. Hart's going to throw. It is caught over here and then dropped. The intended receiver was Colclasure and had his hands on it on his knees, couldn't corral it, and that'll stop the clock on the incomplete pass at 4:03 left, and that'll bring up a 4th down and about 11. So the Hearts will punt it away here. Michael Carey, who's going to have to soak his leg tonight. He's been a busy man tonight, well, with extra points and kickoffs. And
this is going to be his 6th punt, and he's also kicked off 6 times.
That's a lot of work.
That's what happens when you score a lot.
Kaylee back out here on the line for the Hearts just in time. Here's the kick. Nice punt. High in the air. Good hang time. Hearts plenty of time to get there in there and keep an eye on it. And it ends up going out of bounds at about the 30. Right on the 30, in fact. So from the 40 to the 30, 30-yard punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Paris at their own 30-yard line. And they'll take it over with 3:54 to go. Hearts comfortably in front here, 41-7 your score. Going to go to 3-3 on the season. More importantly, 3-0 in the Apollo. Heading home for senior night next Friday night against the Mattoon Green Wave. And yes, we'll be there and have it for you on 97.9 XFM and 97.9XFM.com. Obviously, Wayne's video is going to have a lot of neat things to look at. Be sure to check it out online over the weekend. Back to throw, Spencer. Long throw down the middle and over everybody. And it brings up 2nd and 10 on the incompletion. Well, he showed some arm that time. Pass stops the clock with 3:49 left. Brings up a 2nd and 10.
Just wanted to make sure, hey, you know, we may not win, but I'm going to make sure I show everyone that I can throw a bullet down the field at least once before this game's over with. He hasn't gotten a lot of time to set and throw like that, and even though he was well over the head of any receiver, certainly was an impressive display of just the arm there of Riley Spencer.
He's been in the shotgun most of the night. That's given him a little more time to respond. Back to throw again, throwing to the near side, and it's caught right across the middle. Nice grab, and he's inside the Hearts 45-yard line by the time that play comes to an end. As a nice pass play, the pass is complete to Denver Brower, and it is complete to the Effingham 43-yard line. So from Paris's 39, that's 19 yards, and 7 yards is 26 yards to the Paris 43, to the Hearts 43. Another throw. It's down to the Hearts. May get this one. Nice work over there, knocking it away. That ball was up for grabs, and nice work by Noah Lohman to knock that pass away. Noah back there in the secondary now for the Hearts. He knocks it away, and it falls incomplete. Brings up a 2nd and 10 and stops the clock with 3:32 to go. Paris won their first 2 games this year, then have lost 3 straight, and in danger of it going to 4 here if something miraculous doesn't happen. 2nd and 10, they have the ball at the Hearts 44. Back to throw again, across the middle. He's got a man there, and it's caught. And he's immediately taken down at about the 15-yard line. What a pretty ball. And it is caught out there. And again, Brewer is the receiver. And it is complete to the 16-yard line. 16-yard line from the 43 to the 16, a 27-yard gain. And still working from the shotgun, Spencer lets it go, and it is picked. Interception by the Hearts, and coming back with it, a big return near midfield into Paris territory, still on his feet. Great grab by Dylan DePoyster for Effingham. Dylan Depot, nice return after that, and it's a first down for the Hearts into Paris territory. So good work by Dylan DePoyster.
There was a flag on the return. We'll see what that does to the actual field position here.
It is thrown at the 37-yard line of Paris. Excuse me, 37-yard line of Effingham. It may not mean anything.
I think I actually heard the referee say sideline interference. Is that what I heard? Yeah.
So Hearts need to take one step back from the sideline. So it ends up being a return to the 40. Nice grab. Dylan DePoyster. Pass was out in the open area, right into the hands of Dylan DePoyster, as it turns out. And he returns it, and it's 1st and 10 for the Hearts at Paris's 40-yard line. More importantly, 3:09 left in this one. Hearts lead at 41-7, and they just have been in control since early in this ball game. Again, Paris scored first, but the Hearts have scored 41 straight from that point. Wolf up under center on 1st and 10 at the Paris 40. Gives it to the up back. That's Trent Barnhart. He's up the middle. He's loose, and he's near the 20-yard line, inside the 20, before they finally take down Trent Barnhart. So from the 40, a gallop to the 19, a gain of 21 yards for Trent Barnhart to the Paris 19-yard line. And the new set of downs for the Hearts. Hearts going to run that play clock for all it's worth. Checking the sidelines, checking the weather, checking the sports. We're down to 2:45 to go.
Gets Trent up to 71 yards on 7 carries tonight.
He's the up back in this set. And then they've got Avery Brooks at the fullback spot. He got the handoff this time, and Avery dives and drives and got it inside the 15-yard line. So Avery Brooks finally making the most of this opportunity here. The senior gaining some yardage to the 13-yard line, from the 19 to the 13, a gain of 6, and it's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4 for the Hearts. And again, Dylan Wolf, the master of the clock, draining it for all it's worth. Now he steps up under center. Boy, a shout out to Tritt Rush, who's just done a great job at the center spot tonight for the Hearts. Here's a handoff. Hearts are driving and diving, and they're near the goal line. And it's going to bring up a 1st and goal situation. who came out of there, Brooks again. Avery Brooks takes it from the 13. They'll score it at the 3-yard line. Yeah, 13 to the 3, a gain of 10 for Avery Brooks. And that'll bring up first and goal at at Paris's 3-yard line. We're down to 1:39 to go in this one. Dylan Wolf moves up under center as the Hearts are doing a nice job of nursing this one along. Wolf, hand off the deep back. That's Brooks. Avery's driving and is close to the goal line, but I don't think he penetrated the goal line. And the Hearts will have a second and goal, and we're down to 1:15 to go. They spot the football at the 2-yard line, so he got 1. Let me double check. From the 1-yard line. Give him 2, pardon me. Gain of 2, and it's second and goal from the 1. Wolf, as we're under a minute to play, and the Hearts aren't necessarily trying to get this one in, but you got to play, and he does take a knee. So that's a classy thing for the Hearts. We're on the 1-yard line, and Wolf takes the knee instead of taking it in. Hearts have plenty of points to win, and so they take the knee here, and they'll likely have to run one more play.
The only thing, you got a couple of senior running backs back there. You get one of them in the end zone if you want, but this is also the safe play just to not have people talk about running up the score, and stuff like that. So I totally agree with the decision. I don't think you could go wrong if you're the Effingham coaching staff here.
And Wolf snap the knee, the show. The Hearts have come to Paris, and they have extended their win streak to 3. They are 3-0 in the Apollo, and they are 3-3 on the season. Clock elapses. Final score at Paris, John P. Allen Field. The last time we'll ever play Paris, as it turns out, most likely, as they're leaving the Apollo after this season. Final score at Paris, Effingham 41, Paris 7. Again, the Hearts now 3-3 on the season, but 3-0 in the Apollo. Headed home for a big showdown with Mattoon next Friday night. And I got a score, and thanks to Mr. Woltman, who lets me know Mattoon got a win 56-29 tonight. So that's your final, 56-29 Mattoon. And also word that Mount Zion beat Charleston 42-7. So that was 42-0 at halftime, and then Charleston got a touchdown. Nobody else scored. So it ends up Mattoon a winner, 56-29. Mount Zion beat Charleston 42-7. So both Mattoon and Effingham are going to be 3-0, headed for home next Friday night, and we'll see whether or not, but it sure should decide the conference. It'll be senior night, real men wear pink night. That ought to be a celebration next Friday night. It ought to be quite a night, and a lot of pageantry and a lot of excitement. And of course, we'll have it on 97.9 XFM, 97.9XFM.com. Coming up in a minute, the Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota post-game show. Dustin Stats, Kenna Scores. We'll talk with Coach Mack, hopefully a couple of the kids, and I'll recap all this scoring. Again, your final at Paris, Effingham 41, Paris 7. Back with more in a minute on 97.9 XFM. And our guests have joined us for the post-game visit. And let me hand the headphones over here first to Trent Barnhart. Trent, I've seen Trent run a lot of track through the years, but getting to shine in football this year, congratulations on a good win.
Thank you, Greg.
I tell you what, Paris scored first, but you guys seemed to take it over from there.
Yeah, after Paris scored, we knew we didn't want them to beat us, so we all pulled together, and we knew we had to come out and we had to start dominating, and that's what we did.
This is probably the biggest group of opportunities you've had in a game this season.
Oh, yes, sir.
Been running from that up back spot, and you made the most of it tonight.
Yes, sir. Everyone, the line was blocking great. All my other backs were blocking great. We all had a good game.
Yeah. I know that you guys had to be frustrated by the 0-3 start, especially since they were all at home, and then you're thinking, holy cow, now we've got all these games to go, and they're almost all on the road, but you guys have seemed to respond to that.
Yeah. Well, going on 3 was kind of a scary feeling, but we knew, going into the Apollo Conference, we knew that was going to be the start of our new season, and Coach Mack came on and said, we're 0-0 now, this is a brand new season. We came in, we started the way we wanted to start at the beginning.
Yeah, exactly so, and you've dealt with adversity well. When Kevin got hurt, Dylan stepped up, has done a great job at quarterback, then Cole got hurt, but I think think Tritt did a heck of a job at center
Tritt did great, and Dylan's doing great. We knew when some of our brothers fell, we had to pull it together, and we did. And I'm really proud of how everyone's doing.
And I'm guessing that's one thing you like about football is the camaraderie.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What are your plans for the future if you're decided about what those plans might be?
I think I just turned in my first college application to Carbondale, so I want to go down there to major in cinema and photography. So.
Cinematic dude. I've seen some of his work. He knows what he's doing. Well, Trent, all the best to you. Congratulations on a good win, and I know you're wanting everybody to be there next Friday night.
Yes, sir. Senior night.
And
on support.
Senior night, Real Men Wear Pink night, battle for the conference because Mattoon won, so you're both going to go into that 3-0 next week.
Yeah, next week's going to be a big game. We're going to see who's going to top the Apollo, so
exactly.
Looking forward to it.
Me too. I think I'll be there.
Yeah.
Thanks, Trent.
Well, thanks, Greg.
You bet. All the best to you. And Dylan DePoyster, who snagged a pick there at the end of the ball game, comes up to join us. Congratulations on the win, Dylan.
Thank you very much, Greg.
I tell you what, that's you did a good job of taking advantage of the opportunity when it presented itself there at the end of the game.
Yeah, first time it's happened this season, so figured I'd make the most of it.
You guys did an awfully good job. I know you worked between the sacks and your pick and the pick that I guess, who was it? Who grabbed it? Matt, didn't he? Matt grabbed it down in the end zone at the end of the first half. A lot of changes of possession that were forced by the good defense that you guys played tonight.
Yes, sir.
With Paris scoring first, did that change anybody's mindset tonight?
We came in pretty level-headed today. We weren't very pumped up. You could tell just on the bus. Nobody was really excited, but as soon as they got in that end zone, everybody realized it's time to step it up. We need to bring our all tonight.
I know I talked with Trent about this, but being 0-3 out of the gate for you guys to come back now and get it to 500 and most of all be undefeated in the conference must feel good.
Yeah, that's a great feeling. In the beginning, like he said, it was extremely scary. Like it being our senior season, we were kind of worried. We're scared that we might go negative, but this is a great feeling like nothing else.
And now you have a chance to really put a stamp on it with next week's ball game.
Yes, it's going to be extremely hard. Mattoon's really good this year, and since they're new to our conference, we don't know fully what to expect from them.
But a lot riding on it. Senior night, Real Men Wear Pink night, battle for the conference championship. Shouldn't be hard to get up for that one next week, huh?
No, I think we won't have much trouble getting pumped up for that.
And I'm sure you'd love to have a big house out there. A lot of people cheering you on next Friday.
Oh, yeah. We could always use more support, especially for the pink out game.
What do you like best about football?
Definitely the brotherhood. It brings you close with everybody. Even if you have personal differences, no matter what, once you're on that field, you're brothers.
There you go. What are your plans for the future? Do you know yet?
I'm applying for the Army ROTC scholarship right now. I want to maybe major in chemical engineering.
Very good. Well, all the best to you, Dylan. Thanks
Thank
for
you
the
very much, Greg.
You bet. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Chance to visit with Trent Barnhart and Dylan DePoyster, two of the Hearts seniors on this exciting Friday night as the Hearts stage a 41-7 win here at Paris over Paris. And Coach Mack joins us for the post-game visit now, too. And I know he always likes putting those on after all the sweat, but it's small price to pay for a good win.
Yes, that was by far our best game of the year. I said it's about time of the year that you need to put all phases of your games together, and offense, defense, and special teams all. And I thought we did our best job of the year, probably in all three of those areas.
Paris scored first, and that didn't seem to do anything except rev you up.
Well, we came out a little bit flat. We got here, there was construction. We got here later than we wanted to. We didn't get through our full warm up. And all those things contributed to just not coming out and exactly ready to go. So maybe it was a wake-up call. I don't know what it was, but we tried some things, and then we just went back to basics on offense the second drive, and the kids had some good suggestions, and they performed the way they should have, and we got Zach the ball, and he made some things happen, and it was a total contribution. Trent ran the ball really well today, and Dylan made some nice passes when he needed to, and he got rid of the ball and made the biggest thing I thought offensively, and I told him, says we didn't have any turnovers.
Yes.
So you can put points on the board. We don't turn the ball over 3 and 4 and 5 times, which we've done this year in the past.
One thing that strikes me too is the way your defense not that they aren't always aggressive, but you really had their quarterback scrambling pretty much all night.
Well, that's kind of what they do with him. They try to just get him back there and scramble around and make plays. The very first we saw him film against Mount Zion, very first play of the game, he scrambled for 5-7 seconds and finds a guy behind the secondary. We worked hard on that this week, saying, he starts scrambling, you guys in secondary. You can't come up. You got to stay. You got to hook on to somebody. And I thought we did a great job of that, because when he scrambled, all the passes he threw were short ones. So we had people, behind, and he just had to throw the short stuff. And we're good enough athletically with our down linemen to give him a pretty good chase around there and not get his feet set. So he's elusive. How many times we had hands on jerseys and he spun away and got away, but we kept after it, and I think obviously we were fresher. We had a lot of guys running in and out of there defensively. Trent comes in passing situations, and Kai's played a lot. Since Cole got hurt, Kai was in there and helped us out with some of that depth at defensive line, and we're going to see that next week too. Matt Toon's got the Pilsen kid, and he's kind of the same mold, and they got some good receivers, so we're going to be challenged next week.
Tough blow when we lost Kevin Doherty, but Dylan stepped in so well, and now with Cole Moran going down, I thought Trent Rush stepped up, did a great job.
He did. We had a couple of choices there and things we talked about doing, and I think the thing that bode my decision was just talking to Dylan, who Dylan felt most comfortable with, and Trent stepped in and did a great job. I think they had one mishandled snap, which of course Dylan took the blame for that, but that's a pretty good job coming in, and he kind of split time, so he didn't get all the reps this week, but then we decided yesterday before practice that we were going to go with him, and he did a good job.
Yep. Regarding Cole, we talked before the game on the broadcast the fact that it appears that it is a torn or at least damaged ACL and a torn meniscus. So that's going to be it for the year, but the hope is that the surgery will go well and he'll be back strong for his senior year.
The best thing about that is he's a junior.
Yeah.
So if you can have anything good about something like that happening, it's happened to somebody that we're going to have back, and it's just unfortunate. It affects our depth. He was helping us out on the defensive line too, and that takes somebody that's 250, 260 out of the mold there. But Evan Boggs has definitely got better as the years progressed, and he's lost some weight, become somebody we can depend on playing on both sides of the ball and not worry about that. So that was a concern at the beginning of the year, and there's some other people stepped up too. And what I was impressed with today is we got here and it was extremely muggy. And I think that helped us out with Paris not having a lot of depth. But our guys have been fighting through that. And we got guys. Billy goes a lot both ways, especially when we run our power formation. And he wasn't hurting too bad, so we're in pretty good shape. And so that definitely helps us out with our best kids being on the field a lot.
I wanted to ask you about Zach. He was hobbling a little and looked like he wanted to go out for the second half. And is he doing okay?
Well, yeah, that's a precautionary. We got the lead, and right. It's the toe that's bothering him. It happened, I think, at Charleston actually, where he just came down, and it's not really a turf toe situation, but it's something that's been bothering him. And obviously he hasn't been full speed since it happened, but for him to play the way he did today and fight through that, once we got up, we just made the decision that he doesn't need any more pounding on it, and he's extremely valuable to our offense. So, and we had some guys step up. Tyler Myers came in and did a great job, and Trent did a real good job, and Avery made some nice plays there. So, we spread the ball around a little bit, and Dylan ran the ball a few times and made some nice plays too. So, those are the things that we have to do to keep the defense off balanced. And finally we put some drives together tonight. Even it was kind of funny. We got down there on that one drive. He says, "Okay, guys, it's time to put a 94, we want to go 94, whatever it was." I said, 96. Let's go 96 yards here. And son of a gun, Zach does it on one play. And I said, I want to kind of drive it down a little bit and give our defense a little bit of rest. And he puts it in the end zone, And that was, to me, that was one of the most amazing plays, because he is definitely not full speed. And for him to take that to the house was just unbelievable. And we did a great job of blocking. I'm not even sure he got touched on that play. So, we just need to get him as healthy as possible for the rest of the season.
Okay, now we didn't want to talk about this last week, but now it is next week. You and Mattoon won. We won 3-0 heading into a big night. Senior night, Real Men Wear Pink night. Holy cow, there's a lot. This will be some game.
It's it's one of those where we know what our focus is, and all the other things are going to take care of themselves. But it'll hopefully have a great crowd there, and we want to honor our seniors. And tonight was a great night to get all those guys in, quite an extensive playing time, and it was great to see Dylan make that interception. And some kids that work extremely hard that don't get in there quite as much, and when they made an opportunity and got an opportunity, they did a great job. So, to next week, it's just huge. It's a huge week, and these are the things you want to be playing for. And after being 0-3, for us to have this opportunity right now, we have to thank our lucky stars and number one, and keep working number two, because it doesn't stop after next week either.
Exactly so. Now, you've been around a year or two like me. We've come to Paris for 30 years at least, and this is it.
Yeah.
And that's always kind of special, significant.
Well, it's there's some things here that are challenging, to say the least, about coming here and playing. But like I said, they've been one of the teams that's been in the conference as long as I've been here.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a change, and you want that. It's one of those things, you get bragging rights for forever now.
Right.
We beat you the last time we played you, and so. I'm not going to say I'm going to miss coming here whatsoever, but it's one of those things that you build a relationship with coaches, and the coaching staff there has been there a while, and they're good people, and they're getting to a better situation for them, definitely. And our jobs the next few years are going to be a little bit tougher, because Taylorville's going to be tougher. They're kind of like Mattoon. They're coming out of a very successful conference where it's hard for them to be successful because of how much talent is in that, and Mattoon is in the same situation. So our schedule is going to get tougher right away next year, but we're not too worried about that right now. We're happy with where we are right now, and a big win here at Paris, and so we're looking forward to next week for sure.
Me too. Thanks, Mike.
Okay, thank you.
You bet. Hearts coach Mike McDonald, happy man tonight. Hearts a very impressive win, 41-7 here at Paris.